Welcome back to D&D with the boys. Get ready to be rolled on.
Will you steamroll?
No, for the recap.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I listened to it this week and I totally forgot it.
I don't remember anything.
Good thing I edit.
I was silent for the last
You got it last time, so I'm going to re-roll.
Yay!
Hey, Ryan.
Okay. So we started out last session in we started in Rinchandor. And we made our way to Targos. And on the way, we saw your mom, your polar bear mom.
We saw her thrice.
Well, yeah, I was going to get to that.
It was twice.
We saw your polar bear mom. She was ice fishing, and Griever got a fishing rod. He got the old rod. And then you caught a magic carp at one point that hit Rose in the face.
Yeah, well, and I caught, yeah, I did.
And then that was in Targos. We made our way to Targos.
That was the fighting tournament.
The wild magic card
That also
almost
happened
one
in
hit.
I'm getting there.
I didn't like this.
So we got to
You ate the
Targos.
rapper.
They did first of all, we did the fishing thing, and then the other part of the group, which is just me and Xavier's character, went to a house somewhere following a dog, and we got a dog companion, and the dog was owned by a homosexual.
Life imitates art.
The dog was owned by a man, and the man had a husband that
Was gay!
lost somewhere on the other side of the map. So he said, "Keep the dog, but the dog can locate the man, and it's his best friend. So go find my husband when you get there." And then we did a wrestling tournament with a Hulk Hogan parody.
And I failed all my rules.
The wrestling character didn't get to wrestle very good.
I think this happened in Bremen.
You won your first match.
No, you're right. It was
My
in
first
Targos.
match.
Oh,
What happened?
Bremen was afterwards.
Yeah, and then I can't remember if anything else happened in Targos, other than some shenanigans in a tavern. I don't know. And then we went towards
The tavern shenanigans was the next time.
Bremen, and on the way to Bremen, we saw the polar bear lady again. And then nothing much happened other than maybe Dee wanted to investigate some more fish that she had. And then Kaleb rolled her again. And then he just said we made it to Bremen safely. Because he was not having that shit.
Need to check your fish.
So we got to Bremen. Turns out the town is kind of a shithole. There's not a lot going on. There's like 30 buildings at most. There's 5 inns. 3 of them are in service. 2 of them are not. The 3 inns are not all owned by the same person, as far as we know. And then we went to the docks, found the leader of the place, the speaker, I think they're called. The leaders are called speakers here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We found the speaker, dwarf guy, and there was a elven person that came up with a journal asking us to record a creature in the lake that we all went here because we got the quest for it at the beginning anyways.
Polysor Voss Normandy.
Yeah.
So, we went out into the lake with just Griever on a boat.
She's not there yet.
Oh yeah, Griever got the gold medal thing from the wrestler. And then Griever went out on a boat by himself and talked to a fucking Loch Ness monster.
No, yeah.
Can Griever swim?
Yes.
Does he have a swimming speed?
No. Doesn't mean you can't swim. It just means he doesn't swim quickly.
Yeah. And then
He gets one at level 6.
we eventually decided we could convince the Loch Ness monster that the spell that was put on it to speak was permanent, so therefore it doesn't need to do the bad things it's doing or lose its ability to speak because it's permanent. So we convinced it of that, and all was good in the land until it wasn't. Oh yeah, and Griever met another one of his kind that also did some wrestling in Bremen, and also got a thing. And it was really intense! And we all went to bed, I think. Some of us got our armor polished at some point as well.
I mean, you.
You?
Yeah. I meant to say, some of us got rations, and I got my armor polished, and we all just got snow gear and stuff.
Yeah.
Was the speaker's name Grint Sparrowbore?
Barrel boy, yep.
Okay. I'm like fat. I'm chicken scratching my shit through here, so it's like I'm looking at my already bad handwriting and I can't tell what the fuck it says. Yeah.
I think that covers mostly everything.
Okay, we wake up in a.
Well, I wake
Let's-
up.
The buried treasures. That's where we're at.
Xavier will wake up before everyone else does.
Okay, yeah, you
He
wake
has,
up in the buried treasure.
he has roleplay to do.
Do it.
So Griever, gets up before everyone else does, and Zatash is still asleep, and his movement ends up waking up Rose because she's sleeping on him. And he gets up and he looks at Rose and says, "Little one, I must do something in this early morning. I'm assuming you are coming with me."
I crawl back on his mane.
I imagine you have like the giant like green rocks of crust in your.
No, she's too beautiful for that.
And so I will make my way out of town. I would say walk like maybe a mile
Okay.
outside of town. Just kind of looking for like a more wide open space where nothing's going on.
Okay.
Making my way there, and then eventually, finding a good spot, Griever will set Rose down, and he will get on basically sort of like kneel down, get on his knees, and Rose, you just see him sort of close his eyes. He basically he's on his knees and puts both of his hands on like his thighs and just he's sort of kneeling there and sitting there for a while. In case there's anything you mentioned to him, is that he'll stay sit there for a few minutes.
You won't say anything.
Okay. And then, after a few moments, you see his body start to sort of shake a little bit. Well, it's less his body starts to shake and more like his breathing becomes heavier, starts becoming heavier, and you can see that his muscles are clenched, his jaw is set, until after a few moments, like the breathing gets heavier and heavier and heavier. Until he lets out, he lets out a deep, powerful, painful roar, and like he just gives it everything he has, and any creature that might hear it can tell it's like this is something that is coming from a pained creature. And then he sort of. When he finishes with that, he lets his arms down, and I looked this up. This can happen, or these lions can do this. He sort of sits back onto his he sits on the ground, and you can see that there are what appear like some tears coming from his eyes, but they've sort of because of the cold, they've sort of soaked in his fur and created frost lines coming from down his eyes. And he kind of sits there for another moment. And then he crosses his legs, like from the way that they meditated before, and he sort of he's going to start meditating. He will try to start meditating like it was taught to him. And he I think like before it lasted like an hour. I think it was before.
Mm-hmm.
So he will stay out there for the hour, and he'll try that meditation.
Okay.
Does said howl wake anyone up in
Yes.
the town?
Oh yeah,
I'm
everyone's
a mile away.
Everyone collectively just.
So you can probably hear that.
Even me.
And you.
Probably not Chance's character. He's not here. He's going upstairs. He snores like a monster. So.
Yeah. Anyone who was. Who was sleeping in the room with Ivory?
Me.
You're still asleep too.
Okay. It blocked out the howl. Okay.
Noise cancellation.
Sure.
Upon waking up hearing this, do I recognize what type of sound this is? In terms of, I don't know, I feel like I've been with with Miss Polar Bear for long enough that I could recognize like animal cries possibly. Maybe it's specific.
You can roll a nature check with disadvantage.
Would it be because he's heard my roar once before?
Oh,
just
no,
not
that's
the
natural
specific
one.
kind. Oh, kid,
That's what I'd say. It's animals and Leonin are the same.
yeah. It's like he's heard me roar. Wait. No, he didn't. You weren't in that fight.
No, it was not.
You did not hear me do that.
'Tis the sound of a beast.
Oh, okay. Well, gonna do well now that I'm up. Thanks to the random beast alarm clock that I was given, I don't remember setting a time. I guess I'll do general workouts in the room and then meditate myself as well.
Are you in the room with anyone?
No, I was in the room with those two.
And you're just T-posing in the corner, right?
Yeah.
Of the-
Well, it's not
the lobby.
T-posing anymore, but because after 6 hours, my rest is done.
So
I'm
you
just
you
standing.
Recharge is complete.
I'm simply standing. I'm actually waiting for. Is there any like general shops in this town?
In Bremen?
Yeah.
There aren't. I will just give you that information for free.
I'm waiting for stimulus.
Tools.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What?
I'll just stand in the corner.
Okay.
So, does anything happen before that hour? Because there's going to do some more stuff.
I'm sorry?
Does anything happen during that hour? Because I'm going to do some more stuff.
I'll let you roll perception.
Okay.
I'm still snoring really loudly.
Well, I guess she would
Yeah.
too, because my eyes
We're
are
going
covered
to
you on it.
I'm smelling and hearing at this point.
If you wanted to, Rose.
No, that's natural 20, so that's 24.
Yeah. That's really good. So,
First roll of the night.
yeah, so looking around, if you were to just look up in one of the trees in the area that you're in, Mockingbird's just watching you.
Okay. So I figured he would probably hear this or notice this, but part of it wasn't necessarily for him. Yes, but if you ever notice, he would recognize this. He would know this is.
If he's just sitting casually on a tree, just watching you guys.
And so once you sort of, do I get a bonus from this one, or because it's not helps, or it's not guided meditation, I don't get a bonus for this one, because he'll do anyone. Just asking. He might be too new, and without guidance, he doesn't do it right. I don't know.
And just for reference, for my sake for editing, this is in the same woods that he met him before.
I'm sorry?
Is he in the same woods he met Howler before?
This is Mockingbird, but yes.
Sorry, Mockingbird.
Or lion kind,
Lion
his stage name.
It took me like half a week to realize, oh, okay, I know what you're doing.
I explained it when it happened.
I wasn't paying attention.
You have advantage on your first death saving throw.
Your first saving throw?
Death saving throw.
Death saving throw. Oh,
Oh, is it
okay.
like a table for the meditation?
Maybe.
That's cool.
Looks like it. Seems like
Wait,
it.
do I have to roll as well? Since I'm meditating after a workout?
Are you?
Yeah, I'm working out and meditating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I got yelled at by mom last time.
Mama! Call out a saving throw you don't have proficiency in.
Wisdom.
You've got proficiency for 24 hours.
Oh my god, that's
In the saving throw?
yeah.
Or the skill checks with wisdom?
You just get proficient, yeah? Okay. So that just adds your proficiency. Okay. Just had to double check. It's plus 5 for 24 hours.
Expertise in saving throws.
So just
I'll add that. I'll add that.
Okay.
We'll escalate this the higher we get. I'm promoting meditation and
it's,
therapy in my game.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed to do it.
And so after meditation,
The DM is the shrink.
he looks over to Rose.
You would see that she's. We'll get to that. It seems tears have rolled down her face.
Okay. Looking at her, he acknowledges that, and he says,
And she would say, I believe we may understand each other better than one would think. And that's it.
he sort of gives a nod of acknowledgement, and it sort of looks up, looks for a moment, and he says, this is a time of reflection. And he kind of gives like a small smile. Says, I remember many things. One thing I remember is a time when I saw a Gorger and I were hunting, and he saw a rabbit, and the rabbit, he chased it because he was hungry, like he always was. And he ran into an old hollow log to escape him, and he dived into the hollow log to try to grab the rabbit. The rabbit managed to escape out of the other side, and he tried to escape the log, but he could not because his belly was too fat. It was too big. I had to free him from that log, and then afterwards we had a good laugh about it. I have one of 3 more things for me to grieve. And he kind of looks at you and says, what sort of things would you tell me what sort of things, what were your people like? What did they value? What did your home look like?
Well, they were pious and good and true people.
I know what true means, and good was pious.
Why, they had faith in heaven and all that heaven provides.
What did they look like?
Well, I hadn't really ever seen them. I didn't much leave the palace. Why would I? My advisors take care of things like that. I mean, I would see them from the balconies. They're tall and fair, but...
They would advise you on things?
Yes. From everything. Well, on just about everything.
So you were your people's leader, but you did not ever meet them.
Well, I knew of them.
Why did they choose you to be their leader?
Well, they did not choose me. I was born into the role. Such is the right of my blood. I have inherited the will of heaven, and thus I must guide the people, and so naturally they follow me.
Sled dogs were loud.
The accent beats are drifting again.
So you led them because of your magic.
And because it is my duty. Because of the blood I've inherited.
Like Xavier's blood?
No.
Or is that different blood?
Yeah.
Mine is the divine. I know not what vile stuff runs through her veins.
Just get it over with.
Were you...
Kill her.
It seems strange... How many years of age were you when you took up that position?
Why, I was 8 summers.
So they expected an 8-year-old to lead them?
Of course. It is, again, my divine right. My mother passed away, and thus I inherit the title of rulership. But of course, I was not entirely educated on all matters at all times, which is why I had my advisors.
So what if they told you the wrong things?
They would never do that. They're the best people they're the most intelligent and wise people throughout all the land.
What I mean is that it is important for, especially a leader, to gain knowledge on their own, especially for one so young. Were the advisors older than you?
Quite a bunch of middle-aged men. Each and every one of them only cared for themselves, but they dare not go against my word. But, well, for the most part, they would come up with proposals, policies, taxes, and they would simply have me sign off on it.
What is a tax? What is a taxes?
I'm not entirely sure. But it's what we spend on things.
Griever learns about tax evasion.
Whenever we'd run out of funds, they would simply demand I raise taxes, and so I would.
Raise tax. So taxes make funds.
Or they are, in some sense. We can ask Satash when we get back.
I'll have to ask Satash what taxes are.
Satash, what are taxes?
Dad, what's a tax?
Griever learns how to commit a white-collar felony.
Some guy named the IRS.
It's some
He
war
said I owed him a
named
bunch of
IRS.
money, but I've never met him before.
I am the IRS!
A warforged named Ears.
Yes!
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ask Tash, he's gonna dodge the question.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you did not know what taxes were, then why did you sign off on something you did not know about?
Well, they advised me to. They told me it was... they told me it was funding, and it needed to happen.
I'm very confused by your apparent lack of information gathering. There are many things that I do not know, and I try to learn as much as I can.
And I try to learn what I must, and for that I have my advisors. That is their role, their job.
What determines what you must know? Why not learn many things? There are many pieces of knowledge that I did not need to know in my tribe, but learning them helped me in other ways, or I just found them interesting.
Well, the things I must know are how to bring prosperity to my people, which my advisors assure me were things their policies ensured. The people would always cheer whenever I was at my balcony. Well, the one facing the public when I was supposed to give announcements. And I know for a fact they would never dare oppose me. Or my blessed knights would, well, get rid of them.
Oh boy.
It just seems very strange to me that they would have a system where their leader does not directly control any kind of systems.
At that, she'll look sad and a bit thoughtful. I'm not meant for that role. I'm the golden rose. I am the light of heaven, and thus heavenly matters are my domain. The growth of crops, the prosperity of the land itself, those are the things I must protect. Earthly matters are left to the silver. And at that, she'll look very sad.
The silver,
Yeah.
I know that is a metal. You let metal do certain work, or does this mean something else?
It is the title of the king. I am the empress, but the king is meant to rule the land, but he was not old enough at the time.
Even younger than you?
No. He was not.
What do you mean old enough? In this case, if he's not younger than you.
He was also youthful. Too youthful to rule, according to him. He was my finest servant in a sense. I do miss him greatly.
A servant is somewhat new. It seems to me that they do serve one. In my tribe, there were no servants. It was more of a everyone looks out for each other.
At this point, Rose
And-
just has a sort of distant stare into the snow.
He kind of looks at you some more. So he's like,
I think we may understand each other better than we realize.
perhaps we do. If you would, so I would like to ask if Sakira's claim is true. Did you truly attack her people in the sky?
I haven't the faintest idea.
You
My advisors will handle the matters of the people. Matters of the military are handled by the cadre of generals. The generals command the armies. Well, in part. You see, there are two branches to our military. The common soldiery and the knights. The knights serve me, those of the royal blood alone. They're quite a sight to behold, truly an unstoppable force, the light of and pride of heaven. The soldiery, well, they're not as elite, they're paid individuals.
like attached, like a mercenary.
But they work explicitly for the crown.
What's a crown?
A mark of rulership.
All right.
You see, the generals... oh fuck.
Is that also some kind of title?
Yes, a general is one who leads and commands soldiers. Whenever they would need us, whenever they would require a declaration of war, well, they would need my permission. So I would give it to them. They assured me it is for the best. It is for the good of the kingdom, of course.
And war is this fighting? Yes.
Indeed.
So why would you fight? Did you need resources? Did you need land? Did you need food? Or were you being threatened?
Well, no. It is to save the heretics from themselves.
You want... What is a heretic?
One who rejects the light of heaven, or rather does not accept it.
Okay, you've said that you are the light of heaven.
Well, I am the will of heaven, and by that measure, mayhap, I may spread heaven's light.
So a heretic is one that does not follow you?
Indeed. Which is, to call them wars is hardly correct. Wars are fought against people, and heretics are clearly not people. What?
This is a load of barnacles.
Well,
I'd like to point out Mockingbird's still sitting on the tree watching you guys.
whatever.
He looks like he's got a migraine.
A person is many kind of intelligent sort of being that these humans and such,
And
these dwarves and such.
And if they were intelligent, then they would accept our prosperity. If they want to be people, they need but repent their sins. It frustrates me that they simply do not do this and join in the eternal bounty.
Is it... If it is eternal... If it is an eternal bounty that you had, where is it now?
Well, it was my job to provide it.
Did you stop? Is that why he is not here anymore?
Mayhap. But it is not my fault if the people will not let me rule them and lead them to bounty and prosperity. There is only one attack I have ever ordered. of my own initiative, there was one individual, a witch.
A witch?
A witch.
What is a witch?
The vilest kind of heretic, who stole into my kingdom during a magnificent party.
I know what a party is. Yes, I've had those.
And she's... yeah.
We had those in our tribe who would sing and dance.
And this witch stole from me something that was by all rights mine. And thus I ordered her to be punished.
That makes more sense. I can understand. Was it food?
No.
Was it your favorite weapon?
No.
What was it?
She starts to blush. If you must know, a grieving beast. It was the attention of a kind and young prince.
It is extra petty.
Oh, she stole a potential mate from you.
Indeed.
You're just invoking the powers of Jerry Springer. That's what your character is.
Thank God. I thought you were gonna say
Something a
someone stole
little.
your heart.
No.
Like, well, that
Not even.
makes I can understand that.
I think I really confused.
Sometimes you have to fight for the right to your mate that you want.
And as someone who stole from me...
What, Caleb?
Roll perception checks.
Okay.
Ooh. Fuck it, Rose keeps talking!
Ooh, that's good. 19.
Just get blindsided by something.
Yeah, I'm monologuing.
Yeah.
She mentioned, as the will of heaven, to steal from heaven is truly unforgivable. And so, without even consulting my generals, I went and I commanded my noble knights to... Well, you see, humans are petty and selfish creatures. I know this to be true. They cannot help it. So, clearly this prince was only interested in that witch for what they may offer. Their lands, their wealth. So I commanded my soldiers to destroy it. To slaughter the people, to salt the earth and burn the land.
Are you forgoing the check?
Oh no, I'm looking for my dice.
Oh, okay.
So you... So in... So instead of trying to prove to your potential mate that you were the better choice, you also attacked people who had nothing to do with it. You ordered an attack.
Nothing to do.
They did not steal your mate.
That is not the point. They dared steal from heaven itself. Such heresy cannot go unpunished. Perception? Oh no. I think 8.
Okay, Gregory rolled high enough.
Yeah.
So you'll hear off in the distance to your right the sound of a large branch cracking in your ears, sort of.
I see anything over there.
Yeah, and walking from behind a tree, y'all see this little guy.
Well, we don't.
And by little, I mean not little. By not little, I mean large.
Oh.
So he's not a little guy.
It's not a little guy.
It's a large gentleman.
He's a large man.
It's a
large critter.
It's a large Jonathan, yeah.
It's an Italian man with a.
Oh my god!
Oh, he's a unit.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's going on there?
Yeah, so Snowy Owlbear just sort of looks around. Oh yeah.
Really deep. I like doing the both. Do both at once. It's just sounds like a vile creature.
He says whomst instead of who.
He puts on the glasses.
God damn it.
Why? You've seen crane his head around the two of you obviously you can hear your conversation. What do you guys do?
I'm going to slowly stand up and take Rose and put her on my back, and it is time to go.
Mockingbird just goes, "That's a good idea!" Sort of jumps down and just runs away on all fours.
So for this, I'm enough of a predator to not show your back at this time. So I basically just slowly back away while keeping my eyes on the owl bear.
Ooh!
It's me.
Okay, there he is.
Who cares?
Just slowly backing away while facing it.
He'll sort of go up to a tree and just start, like, bear scenting on it.
Oh.
I'll keep walking backwards until he's well, out of our aggro range.
Yeah, once he's out of your aggro range, you'll see him sort of just, like, walk in a circle, like, 7-8 times, and then just sit down.
Alright.
And he almost just blends in with the snow around him.
Oh.
You just see, like, a pair of owl eyes on, like, a lump of snow is what it looks
Does
like.
his head go 180 degrees? Or 360, sorry.
That's a good question.
It's an owl bear, I don't know
Yeah,
what
I
they do.
don't think so. Yeah.
They have really good perception.
Okay, maybe good perception.
So now that the bear is no longer a potential threat, we'll continue the conversation while walking back to town. So wait, you were saying punish the heretics because they all stole your mate, even though it was only just the one guy that did it.
Someone dared to steal, and therefore
Yeah.
they must be punished. It's the principle, basically.
Yeah.
Mm.
What did I do?
Thing you didn't.
There's much of your
What did I not do?
logic that seems
Exist.
strange. It seems.
Oh no, she saw.
It seems strange because, well, in my tribe, we take fighting very seriously. We do not start fights unless it is absolutely necessary. It is, and if there is a dispute between two of us, we do not kill each other because we need to work together. We are able to settle the difference in a different way.
At that point, you guys catch up to Mockingbird, who's waiting for you guys to take it out of the owl bear's reach.
Hmm.
Did you kill it?
No, there is no reason to fight.
Oh, so it still lurks.
Yes.
This will be a good training challenge for me.
This dude wants an owl bear.
Won this bear.
I have complete faith in your strength.
I'm curious what line kind special move is.
I would love it if we run into this owl bear
Claw.
later, and it just has the
Owl
wrestling
bear.
badge.
They beat him up.
Essentially gonna rip the entire jaw.
Got my ass beat.
Oh no!
posting that shit.
He starts wrestling with this bear and teaches it how to sell.
Are you headed back to town?
We are.
I shall come with you.
All right. Very, very well.
There's a Bigfoot walk next to you.
Yeah, just Bigfoot walk together.
My pack of beasts is assembling.
Oh no.
Ah,
You're a Beastmaster Ranger now.
he doesn't care. He doesn't care if he
My
hears
army.
him. He'll still talk because he doesn't care.
Then you were there when they met, right?
Yeah, she was. She went with me, so he knows who she is. And yeah, so he basically mentions like not settling the dispute between yourselves, and because if you were responsible for your people, then many of them were threatened. You put your people at threat, even though you didn't need to.
Well, of course we needed to. To punish heresy. Heresy is like a rot, a disease. It must be cut out at the root.
What is heresy?
It means they don't follow her.
Or rather, they do not accept the light of heaven, me or my bloodline.
Heaven is the sky.
Mm.
You are from the air?
She is. I saw her fall from it, and she
Indeed.
lived.
Wait, we've done this before with I'm a sky child.
That's right. Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There's certain levels
Yeah.
of stupid I just can't remember for my own health.
That's fair.
Certain levels.
Certain levels.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically, that's just your way of doing things is so strange. It seems as though the people of the 10 towns, they do not seem to follow you, but they live well, and they...
Do they? Look at the sky. Have you seen the sun rise here? It does not, because they do not accept our rule.
I don't think they know your rule exists.
Precisely, and thus, those who scorn the sun will ever wander in the dark.
You say those words as you open the door to the inn.
Oh, god damn it, fuck.
Wait. Oh, no, Reaver's like, I think scorn means they choose not to follow, not that they don't know it exists.
You're awake, just keep
Yeah,
looking in
I'm
the
just
corner.
standing in the corner.
So you see them walk
Actually,
in.
no. I actually had something planned for what Beak was going to be doing after they left.
Okay,
So I would not be in there.
okay, so we'll put a pin in this,
Okay.
and we'll let the rest of the fellas catch up.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had one more thing, but it was after this conversation finishes, if we
Yeah.
were still
Okay.
walking.
So rewind,
I'll have more to say later.
an hour previous. Beak, what are you doing? I would like to say there's no one
Yeah,
in
so-
here. Absolutely.
That's
no
fine.
one.
I'm not looking for any people in particular.
The ambient sound of my snoring can be heard.
It's the only sound.
It's just,
It's not ambient.
It's like white noise. It helped.
Yeah.
It helped me power down the night before.
Hell yeah!
you emit the same frequency as like a noise canceling.
Nah, dude, his snoring was so loud that it rumbled the batteries out of his back.
ASMR elephant.
I was like actually doing something, and it was
Just
the
dislodged.
snoring rumbling started. Just went.
It's like an EMP.
It was just off,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
halfway getting up from a table.
Can we Buzz Lightyear reset you to give you a different class?
Electromagnetic pachyderm. Yeah.
I love that.
So you said there aren't any. Where the fuck do they get supplies from in this town if there aren't any stores?
Other towns.
They get them brought in from Targos, or they're eating the fish that they caught from the lake.
That's annoying.
The barrel board did mention that he sells fishing supplies.
Woodcarver's tools. You could probably spend like 20 minutes trying to find somebody that would either give or trade him wood carving tools.
Well, I will say it's pretty early in the morning, so not a lot of people are up and about yet.
It's gonna pester the shit out of the people that are. They're gonna regret getting up early that day.
They would all probably point you towards Barrel Boar's house.
Okay, Is it like so? It's just a guy's house.
Yeah, all the houses are pretty similar. There's not enough wealth to make the leader's house flamboyant.
So yeah, you're
Still.
going to the speaker's home.
I'm gonna walk up to his house, just knock on the door.
Nothing.
Give me a second.
Nothing at first.
Determine how much time I'm gonna commit to knocking on the door. 5 minutes of constant knocking.
At about minute 3, you just hear, okay. And Barrelbore opens the door, and you see a man who is clearly going through a really just terrible hangover.
Yeah.
There's one.
What? What do you want?
Such no leader.
I was told that you could have wood carving tools for trade, or to just give away for free.
Why would I give them away for free?
Because you'd be a cool guy. I could try. I'd have some stuff. I could try to trade for them. I need them.
Okay, give me a second.
And he just doesn't even close the door. He just reaches down and grabs like a handful of snow and just.
It's like coffee.
What?
I need wood carving tools. He just grabs like his bag and just like opens up his
Trick
bag
or treat.
of stuff. I will trade something from here for wood carving tools, except for this. And pulls out his holy symbol. Anything in this grab bag?
Would you go to a birthday party?
No, it's just my backpack. My inventory. I
Grab
don't need
bag.
90% of the stuff that's in here.
Nabicus.
It's a
Leather
fine
gloves.
bottle of ink. Clothes.
Bedroll.
We're not the same size.
How about a block of incense,
What am I going to do with that?
10 candles. Candles is light, and it's always dark here. Yes.
Uh-oh.
I love candles.
10 of
I
them.
go to Bed Bath & Beyond every day.
They've got one here in Bremen.
Just fills
out.
out there.
10 candles.
Okay.
Also the
Not quite enough for wood carver's tools.
How about
That's
this fine
awesome.
ring? It's magic.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what does it do?
Don't die with it on.
It doesn't let you come back.
You can use it if you have somebody that like you really need to be loyal to you, and you need them to prove it. You put this ring on their hand, and they have them attuned to it. And if they die, they just die.
I love how you're not even trying to defeat him.
He has no reason to.
I know.
It's a magic item. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is a good and bad magic item?
Well, usually when people die, they're
Wouldn't
dead.
he have to roll persuasion
care about
on
that.
this because he's trying to persuade?
No,
Yeah,
roll
that's
persuasion.
fine.
He thinks you're full of shit with this ring, so I'm gonna roll.
People die when they are killed.
That's true.
And kill you so hard you
Oh,
can't.
that's
People
pretty
die
bad.
when they fall unconscious.
4.
How God
Fuck are you talking about?
It's magic. It was given to me by a follower of me. It is a magic
Where?
ring. Not an actual like physical follower, like a spiritual one.
I think you might have been sold some really stupid shit there, sir.
No, it was given to me for free. It is a magic ring. I am also a practitioner of magic.
Prove it.
Yeah, I'll put my finger on someone on his forehead and guidance him. Okay, I didn't think that through. You can't see your own forehead. Hold out your hand like this.
Can't give me your forehead.
What did you do to my forehead?
Can't see your forehead.
What did you do to my forehead?
Hold out your hand like this. Guidance. It's a little cog.
What did you do to me?
It's a boon. It only lasts for a minute though, but it'll make you better at trying to do stuff for a minute.
D4 to hang over your
Which
check.
one?
Or whatever you want. Just like
This man has 2 followers. 3
3
followers.
followers. One of them out
I'll
of
make
fear.
you better at doing
One of them
whatever
out
you
of
want.
fear.
I have a theory about one of them.
You'll sort of turn around,
Actual theory.
and you'll close the door behind him and just stand outside.
Okay.
No warm weather clothes.
God damn it.
It's not quite the same.
Is he in heart boxers?
No, I'd say he's in long johns.
He's
It's
gonna,
a
he's
speedo.
gonna test his metal with a con save.
The thing that
He looks like
doesn't
Charlie
have life
looks
for.
like-
Guidance doesn't do saves, right?
Nope.
Got a natural 20?
Natural 20!
Fucking.
I don't. He doesn't need a guidance for
Well,
con saves. He
what's
thinks
fucked
it
up
works.
is that he gives terrible fucking speeches and their rolls are just either really good
Yeah.
or dog shit.
It works, so they think it's real.
Yeah,
I'm still warm.
because of my grace.
That's amazing. You can just take the tools.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yes, go ahead and add woodcarver's tools to your inventory. You'll open the door,
Try to recruit him.
go back inside,
No, it's fine right now.
and hand you the different tools. It's like a little case.
Yeah.
With multiple tools in them.
You know something that's funny? Griever already has woodcarver's tools,
But I need my own.
but so they're primitive versions, so it's not modern.
Made out of rock.
It's
Yeah.
one sharp rock.
Yes.
And the modern version is
Thank
2
you for your
sharp rocks.
donation. Blessings of me be upon you, and I'll put my hand on his shoulder and guidance him again, and then just leave.
And there's like a symbol that appears, they can see it, right?
It's a
Yeah, it's just a
cog.
little cog. Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'm already done.
Oh. You just camera pans away from him, and he's just.
He's gonna try and stand outside again and get like a nat 1 when it's constant.
Either that or he's gonna stop drinking.
It's not my problem.
No, the
He can
problem
drink more.
That's true.
For a minute.
Per minute.
Do like hardcore 1 minute keg stand.
So
Cool.
it sets in his belly for a few more minutes. And
I
then
didn't even have to trade my
anyways.
candles. Coming up.
Now you just. Now you just have a shit ton of candles.
Had a shit ton of candles.
I'll let them be scented if you want.
What's the scent?
Magnus.
Oils.
I guess the other
Let's say you got 3 new car.
3 new
The
cars.
rest are pumpkin spice.
New car. One is pumpkin spice latte.
They're scented candles.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta.
Big Daddy P, don't skimp.
If they do it well, if they light those while they're meditating, do they get like a better buff?
3 new cars.
Can they light those while they're meditating and get like a better buff?
Well, I don't benefit from meditating, so you guys will never get that benefit.
That's true.
So,
You
How
want
many
to
is
share
that?
your candles?
you said 3 new car, 1 pumpkin
candles.
spice.
Yeah.
So I still have 6.
Okay. 2 ocean breeze.
Oh, of course.
Is this a Yankee candle store?
Lavender.
2 ocean breeze.
Honey vanilla. Cool.
Yeah, honey vanilla.
2 cinnamon whiskey.
Ooh, that's a good one. I would have that candle in my actual
The
apartment.
white store candle pack.
Cinnamon
Only
whiskey.
white people can own candles.
That's 2, 4.
No, it's in these
5.
scents.
That's 8. I still have 2
What's the
more.
non-white
Okay.
scent?
You have water deep
take
vanilla.
Shea butter?
Just 1 water deep
I'm glad
vanilla.
you said it so I didn't have to.
Water deep vanilla.
Water deep vanilla.
Black people just use incense. We don't use candles.
That's true.
Gotta get rid of the weed smell.
2 gallon
1 water deep vanilla.
And then you got 1 underdank stank.
Underdank.
That's the.
It's a joke candle that doesn't smell good.
Okay.
And one of them smells like Newports.
So motherfucking Newports.
Motherfucking
Just
Newports.
Motherfucking new
I feel like if you light the under stank or the dank stank,
underdank stank.
it's pink and it makes face
It's just phasers.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
An instant phasers candle? That's a magic item.
Yeah.
It's a magic item I don't want, but it is. I guess I have one of those too.
And like
It's a
a
phasers grenade.
30-foot radius, so you can just smell it. It's active.
Congratulations, you're blue now.
It's not strong enough to give you an effect. It just makes you tingle.
It just smells like sad.
Makes your
It's got
balls
the problem
tingle when
when
you
you
cast
have
the
to smoke a
spell.
bottle, but the smoke it produces is just phasers.
Must.
It's just really thick smell.
Alright, so what else are we having you do?
After that,
I'll say that whole encounter takes like 30 minutes.
cool. You probably go look for like either if there's a place that they just like throw discarded like wood carvings or like extra wood that they can't use.
A mill.
Any
Or-
wood that they have that wouldn't be used for building, they'd be burning it for
Sure.
trade.
Or you go to like the edge of like where the forest is and just trying to find like big like chunks of wood, I guess, big enough to carve.
Roll me a perception check.
I think I'm okay with that. Can I guidance myself?
Sure.
Perception. Hey, that's pretty bad. 12.
I'd say that's enough. You can see Griever and Rose talking off in the distance.
Yep, they're doing their thing. I'm looking for wood. Yep.
And there's another black Leonin just chilling in a tree right above them.
That's odd. All right. It's not my business. I got stuff to do.
Does he encounter the owlbear later on?
I don't think
he's
I
going
went as
towards
far
the
out
group.
as they did.
I mean, if you stick around for
However long it takes me to find wood, then I'm going back to the inn.
roll me a survival check. I mean, you're just gathering woods. Roll me survival with advantage.
And he sees the wood. He just has to
Okay,
gather it.
survival for some reason. 26.
Yeah, you find enough wood.
Cool. Yeah, just turn around, head back.
Okay.
I'm gonna start making like
Building a
holy
dirt house.
symbols when I get back to the inn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It's all coming together.
All right.
Make what when you get back to the inn?
Alright.
Oh, making holy symbols to me.
It's all coming together.
All right. It's all coming together. All right. Who else wants to go up next?
What's this corner of the table?
Oh, I'm just doing forms. I'm working
Doing
out.
forms, doing upside down IRO push-ups.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did already
This
get your,
is the
did you
symbol
already
that
get
he's
your
putting on the holy.
meditation?
On the,
I
symbol?
use.
Oh, you got the
That's
same
another-
yeah.
Yeah.
it's from the Eberron book. I'll
No.
show you which
I
thing it is.
I
tied to.
usually have him work out, practice his forms for his personally made fighting style, and he and then he meditates after just to calm the body.
Expected.
So he has like the first 3 forms. He's gonna start working on whatever this third form is in his head.
You've mastered Shicho and Makashi, and you're currently working on Otaru.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm very loudly snoring, but there's also a really loud, super old man fan that's blaring. Loud.
You can go.
You hear a
tap
TV.
machine?
Yeah.
Some like 90s reruns of Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Your snoring is causing like a fan, like a normal fan like this, on like a bed, your bedside table to vibrate and create wind.
When he's just
It
basically
just sounds like an Eastern European block.
he's trying to figure out how to make form 4 work.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much all he's doing, and then when he's done, he'll meditate.
I probably wake up to all this fucking ruckus that's you're making.
What do you do?
I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna walk towards. I'm gonna get up. Still in my jams.
Again, rewinding back to the beginning.
Yeah, I'm gonna still be in my jams. I'm probably waking up around the time. A little later than everyone else.
Are there windows in the inn?
Yes.
Okay. My door's open and my window's open.
Your window's open
With the door open.
with the door open.
Yeah, 'cause it's gonna get hot.
Well, how long have you been training?
For like an hour.
An hour?
Yeah. That's fine.
If you just pop the door open real quick.
It's like
Yep.
sticking your face in the freezer.
Give me a
after a workout.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
It is in fact that cold.
It's Icewind Dale.
That is a 12.
Okay, you're good.
You die.
You turn into a giant
Oh, yeah.
optical.
That was very scary.
You're looking at all the hazards I have on the back of the DM screen?
No, I'm looking at all the hazards I have on the back of my DM screen.
Oh, I have a bunch of them on mine. Somewhere.
No, you don't.
I can't read.
It's really tiny text.
Okay, Sahira, what are you doing? Sahira.
Sahira. I'm going to get up and walk out of the room in my gym jams and see if I can get something to eat because I'm hungry.
There's no one downstairs yet because it's still pretty early.
Not even like a staff or anything?
No.
Okay.
You could surmise from the previous night it's just the one lady who works here.
Okay. Well, I'll just chill here. Do I see Beeg making holy symbols?
I think he would still be out by this point.
Well, I'm assuming I'm waking up like a little later, but like, and while you.
I mean, if you like, yeah, I mean, if you hung out there the whole like hour time, yeah, you pop back in with just like a loose armful of wood.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say you come downstairs and there's no one in there, but you are down there long enough for Beak to come back.
Okay. I'm just hanging out. I don't know what else I really need to do.
You say anything to Beak?
Okay. Yeah, he'll come in probably, and Sahira will just. What's with the that.
The wood.
Mm-hmm.
My last new follower was bummed when I didn't give him something, so I need to make things to give them. I think that'll work better. So I pulled out my holy symbol to show him what it looked like, and he was like, "Oh, cool, it's for me." And I was like, "No, this is mine." And he was he was a little bummed out about it, so I'm gonna make some more to give out.
Okay.
The look of indignation you're giving.
So who made you again?
Primus.
And that is the what?
He's the god of Mechanus.
That's a.
It's a different plane. So we're like here. I live here. Or I guess it could be also here or here, but it's different because there's walls.
Make me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Okay. Fuck.
Oh, that's not bad.
11?
Oh, I didn't win.
Oh, yeah.
The word planes is familiar, but you're really wishing that you would have paid attention in class.
Yeah. That's like something I think my father or the other arcanists we're talking about?
So, like, the small child claims to be from heaven or talks about it a lot.
Yeah.
If that's real, and I don't believe that it is, it's just another plane. There's a lot of them.
Okay.
I'm from a different one. But I gotta come here because Primus is like, go there and do stuff and so that you can take over my job. And I was like, cool.
And do you have magic flowing within you?
Yes.
Okay, so you're more like Majin than I thought. Maybe.
Okay.
Is there a record scratch off in the distance? Or am I mixing up her words?
No.
No? Okay.
There's a small, like, blue screen in his eyes when you say Majin because I don't know what the fuck you're talking
Oh, that's
about.
good, because they look like that.
Yeah.
They look like blue screen.
Oh.
Roll me a history check.
No advantage or disadvantage.
No.
17?
There are some things where you're from that look vaguely like him. Maybe they're a bit bigger.
Like beings or like mechanisms?
The mechanisms.
Like machinery?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually used for like construction.
But not alive ones. It's like your boy.
Correct.
You're calling him like a bulldozer to me.
Yeah, you're like
He's a power tool.
Yeah, you're like, why is that microwave talking to me and talking about becoming a god?
Okay.
like he's one of the Machamps that helps move your truck.
Oh,
move your
shit.
motor.
Or Vigoroth.
Or Vigoroth.
Or Vigoroth.
True.
That's what you think he is.
Which really,
Okay.
I would hire the fucking champs. I got some giant nails, bro.
You want some fucking...
The Machamp's got 4 arms too, like that's so easy. to
Yeah, but it's like
stuff.
the nails of the Vigoroth just bust my boxes,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't want that.
Okay. So, I'm gonna say, so is Primus like a wizard? Did he awaken you with magic or something? Like,
No, does Primus also look like, at least in appearance, is a Warforge?
Yes.
No, he's like me, he's a Warforge.
and who made
He's taller though.
Primus?
Yeah.
He's like 8 feet tall.
And what made Primus?
Well, he just exists, he's a god. If anything, the same thing happened to him that's happening to me.
Gods are so tricky.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're trying to get people to
I'm growing my flock.
be to become a god, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's his namesake.
He made it up on the spot when he got here.
Well, you don't seem to really be getting in my way, so I'll leave you to do whatever you're gonna do.
I mean, I don't mean any offense by this taller princess. You're not a threat to my ascension.
His character, Ryan.
Damn!
You chose it.
Oh god!
I chose to play the character in this group. Is the
Oh
answer?
fuck! I feel
No,
like
so-
I need a smoke right after that
No,
line.
you, like he's not trying to be like saying that in a threatening way.
Yeah.
It's like
Frank.
they're 2 separate tracks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like my ascension to
what is
godhood
the
is
king
in no
to a
way
god,
related
kind of?
to your royal stuff. So like the thought of our paths becoming like problematic is not like that hasn't
No, you're
clicked
right.
in its brain.
It just stings a bit.
Yeah.
He just said it really dryly.
Yeah. And she's just like,
I want that on a shirt.
you're not a threat to my ascension.
I want to come with that on a shirt.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's really good actually.
I'm really proud of
That's a
that.
really good line.
With a little neck and a symbol at the bottom. Okay. Just kind of.
I'm gonna get to this then.
Okay.
Continue to sit there.
I was waiting for someone to come in with like a cook, but
Why don't you just go cook?
I don't know how.
You just get food hot. That seems to be all that you guys do when you cook food is you make the cold food hot and then you can just eat it. Is that all that it is? It's just
I don't think it's.
take it, you throw it in the fire, and take it out of the fire.
I don't think that's really how it is.
I think that's how it works. Because if you take a fish, you put it in the fire,
Fucking
and then it turns black, and you take it out and you eat it.
I'd rather not, eat this Gales.
It doesn't make any sense. To me. Eating is weird.
Never mind.
I'm gonna go do this. I'm just gonna wander off and start quitting.
Can I?
I love how awkward you
Can I
are.
please?
Fuck.
Are you talking about the oven thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, when you okay.
I'll give you the honors.
When you oven the cold food out hot.
Eat the food.
That's big.
Gotta find it.
Christ almighty.
So, are you?
Why do they call it oven? When you oven in the cold food of out hot, eat the food. Yes.
Silent Hill 2, everybody.
That's pretty much what being said to you.
It's a meme from Silent Hill.
I've seen it on this like random image like stuff.
I saw that on a Garfield thing years ago.
I think that's where my context is for it too.
Yeah.
Beak.
Really racking those wrinkles.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. 14.
Might be second.
I guess by this point I'd be coming downstairs.
Okay. So I say we're still probably 10 minutes out from you guys.
All right.
You come downstairs. Simultaneously cold and sweaty.
I would have taken
Oh,
it.
that's
terrible.
The worst. That is
Okay.
the worst.
No,
I
he's,
would've taken it back.
he's like sweaty and crunchy because some of the sweat froze.
Oh.
So he walks out, it's like, oh,
Hardens the body.
just like his pits. His
Dude,
pits are raw.
You've got like a 6-pack and then it melts off.
There's a there's a fucking dude that can control his regulation of breathing while jumping in ice cold water. That's where that's his personal ascension. If we're going down this fucking
but
track.
that's not you.
Is that the dude that was
Master
featured
of the
on
Not
body.
me. It's the dash. What's up?
Is that the dude that was featured on Goop?
Maybe
weird
it could have been some dude
The
that's
weird
similar.
fish dude.
I don't know. I didn't watch that shit.
Kaleb a cool one.
Pretty sure all Shaolin
Yeah, that
books.
dude
go-
Like, can't you just
Yeah, it's
laugh at
just
me real quick?
regulation of breathing.
Not finished.
Those
Yeah,
guys are
you're
real.
you're still a work in progress.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be like
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
sweat sticky all day, so I'll take a bath after the meditation.
Okay.
And I'll come downstairs.
Okay, you come downstairs, and I'll say you get to witness the last part of that conversation, the food part.
Out hot, eat the food.
I forget, do I know what, since I was helping her the night previous, in terms of like busting the tables and shit like that, do I know what the general price range is for her food?
Yeah. Oh, it's the lifestyle thing. Where is it?
Where is it?
Still in my gym jams, not my memory.
Something like 5 silver a day.
5 silver? Okay. If I...
We were given free food,
Oh yeah.
were we?
Okay. Well, I can... If you're hungry, I can cook something for you.
She stops herself before, and she's gonna say, now, I was going to ask if they had something I'm going to request, but knowing this place and what the track record is, it's not going to be there.
What do you think then it's gonna be?
It has the word balsamic in it. So, I'm going to say no.
Smart. So...
Make sure it's tasty.
You're from like the other side of the room. You should probably just show her how to cook food.
That's fair. I mean, she's gonna be here for a while. Might as well teach you.
It's just going to be that gif of Homer pouring milk into cereal and it catches on fire.
So yeah, I'd go into the kitchen and I'd say, yeah, I'm gonna show you how to cook.
Make an investigation check.
There's no kitchen.
No kitchen.
Food, no kitchen.
19.
19. Okay, so the kitchen's there.
If I really roll to find the kitchen?
No.
No, roll for the
so
kitchen exists.
ingredients that they have there. So
Fish.
there's fish. Yes.
Salt.
There's salt. There's fish. There's no fresh fish just yet. Beak, you probably would have seen the people who are up at this time are the fishermen.
fishing.
The few that are coming back now that they know that the lake monster is a
Right.
thing. I'd say you find some porridge oats.
Okay.
I guess it's some salt. You find
Frozen potatoes.
there are potatoes there.
Because
You find 5
Rusty
axe-beak
potatoes.
eggs.
Okay.
One Russian
basically
man.
like chocobo eggs. X-Beaks are like chocobos.
Okay, so the fish is probably not usable because assuming that it hasn't been on ice all night. And we have potatoes, so.
The fish that's there is like salted.
It's like dried
Oh,
jerky.
okay. Okay. So that can just be used for whatever then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The egg potatoes.
Yep. I will teach her how to make eggs and potatoes.
Okay. And there's a couple of buckets by a door leading outside.
Yeah.
You could surmise that they scoop out the snow, boil it down for water.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I assume that they do the same thing at the in Brinchender. So.
And the salt isn't like table salt.
Yeah.
It's like flaky, as in they took seawater
Yeah.
and just boiled it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll teach her how to make eggs and potatoes.
Okay.
Roll eggs.
So.
Eggs!
Just roll. It broke.
Oh, I poached them. I wanted scrambled. How do you accidentally poach an egg?
How do you?
So you've never cooked before.
No!
Okay. Roll survival. Actually, no. Roll sleight of hand.
It's all in the flick of the wrist, huh? 4.
Yeah. So I'll say
Eggshell.
you're trying to cut potatoes and you accidentally just nick your thumb.
Yeah, I nicked my thumb.
Magic.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Try not to get that in the food. I'm not the biggest fan of blood in my diet. So
later on when if we ever run into any trouble on the road or anything on the way to find what I'm looking for, you might need my protection, and that might need to happen.
like ingesting your blood.
In some cases,
Oh, jeez.
if you want the protection of my bloodline, then you're gonna have to do a little bit of that.
That's a
You need to get it in you or on you in other ways, depending on what the blood wants to do to protect you or myself.
that sounds like a lot, but I understand. I think.
Okay, you're good.
Oh, I forgot. I have the Outlander background for Wanderer. Just so it's a heads up.
Remind me what that is.
You have excellent memory for maps and geography. You can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. In addition, you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth. I already have a map of this.
I also have that. I live out in the woods.
But yeah, so she messes up. I'm assuming 1.
Yeah.
It looks like I
figured
am
it out.
not even bothered that I cut myself.
Well, I wasn't there when you fought, so I wouldn't know about your whole arm grinding ability.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yep, we have not fought since then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, try not to hurt yourself on the eggs. It's not that hard.
Okay.
So how big are these axe beak eggs?
Like ostrich eggs.
Like huge boys? Okay, so like one can feed like 5 people. If it's like this big.
5 normal people.
5 normal people. So pretty much me, her, and like 3 of her.
Yeah, 1 egg will do. Like
Yeah.
the 3 of you. Well, you could probably surmise that Tusk and Griever eat a little bit more because they're
They're bigger
boys,
dudes, yeah.
and Beak doesn't eat at all.
I noticed that Griever's not here, so I'm going to assume that he's going to get food for himself or whatever.
I assume.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so I'm going to show you how to crack an egg. He takes it, so you kind of hit it on the side. Just enough to like where it kind of fractures along the whole deal. No. No, we don't need the weapon for that.
It's like when Daddy taught
That was a
me.
lot of dice rolls there, Caleb.
It's like when Daddy taught me to crush turds.
There's also a lot of fucking cat
Crushing turds?
Yeah.
A lot of
Crushing
omnibuses.
turds.
Crushing turds. Yeah, and you
Willy Wonka empty his
slowly
pockets in
tap it,
there.
or tap it enough to where the fracture happens, and you open it in the bowl or in the pan. I'm assuming there's. I mean, I'm just gonna make scrambled eggs regardless, so fuck it.
Make an unarmed weapon attack.
Me? Should I do it?
Yeah.
What were you
can't be
teaching me?
serious.
No, I'm teaching her.
They're
Oh, they're big. Oh, okay.
Like,
You gotta punch your way in.
Well, I'm gonna.
That's why I was like, weapon, it's thick.
Am I doing it or is she doing it?
up to you guys.
Yo, were you teaching me how to do it, or you making me?
I'm gonna have you learn by watching.
Can you
Okay.
smite objects?
So unarmed weapon attack.
I don't know.
Have that
13.
egg.
Okay. Roll damage.
It could have been a creature.
You understand that I'm a monk, right?
Oh yeah.
What if you don't do enough?
Stunning strike. The eggs are paralysis flavored.
8 damage.
Paralysis?
Exactly the amount you needed.
You do
Yeah.
8 damage to the egg to get in?
I was rolling for 8 health.
No,
Oh
dude,
my God.
I told her you
Eggs
either
have more
tap
health
it
than normal
lightly
people.
a couple times or you hit it once.
So
But-
you did something that it's light for you, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it just splits perfectly in the middle.
They throw the egg up. You're like, oh, the shell, and the egg just into the pan.
You then turn around doing a
So instead of showing her how to properly open the egg, I monk shit this egg.
Yeah, but you that's normal.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. So yeah. So,
we'll drop the egg.
so instead of the way that I was teaching you, it basically you see me put the egg there and just like quick tap it and it cracks open.
Kinder egg.
Ew, what is that?
It's food.
It's yellow and goopy.
Oh, you're not gonna last. we gotta toughen you up, princess. This is an egg.
Princess training arc.
Bet.
Dun,
We'll have a whole Mulan segment. There's
Oh, yeah.
I have a song.
God.
I have a song ready for that, and it's about monks.
I'll
by
make a monk out of you.
Yes, by Cammy Cat.
Oh my god, yes.
I don't want to be upheld in multi class.
You get to punch with smites. I thought we were just allowing that in this group.
Not right off the bat.
Not off right at the bat.
You get a weapon on your hands, then you can punch somebody.
But yeah, no. So it's like, yeah, this is the food that you will be eating. Now you've already cut the potatoes, so we're gonna make the eggs first, and you can make the potatoes.
Okay.
Are there seasonings?
Salt.
Salt.
We will use salt,
Okay.
because salt.
Well, you lose a lot of sodium when you're working out in the hard winter. So,
It's a whole
sodium.
So
morning usually
yeah, I will,
salty
I'm,
eggs and
I'm
potatoes.
just gonna have her learn by watching. If she's not watching, I'll.
I mean, I've eaten like shitty rations, but I didn't.
Yeah,
like
I know, but I'm gonna hit you with my stick if you're not paying attention to while I'm cooking.
Okay.
This is a teaching session.
Damn, you really are like a martial arts master.
You see what I did to the fucking speaker when he was too drunk? I broke ice and then I broke the ice and splashed water in his
right.
face. I need attention if you're gonna talk to me or focus on me. So so watch what I do, memorize it, and we will replicate it at a later date. But I want you to practice by mimicking in your off time. Because there's going to be a time when we're not here to cook for you, or that you may be lost. Just trying to help. So yeah, I will make the breakfast.
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 Okay.
Breakfast!
I won't have you roll for the breakfast.
Okay.
That would have been really funny if you did have him roll for it and he rolled really bad. Just made a really shitty breakfast. It was like, okay, this is what you learned to do.
The you cook the breakfast is all done?
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna wake up.
The smells.
I smell breakfast!
He's been summoned.
You hear from this one floor up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
You hear the large thudding.
We coming.
Oh Lord, he coming.
So yeah, I basically hand you your plate and whatever utensils.
Are there any eggs to spare?
Just look at this like last 2 plates, and I just hand you one.
Thank you.
Yep. And then
Fingers him up with his
I will
trunk.
wait till they get back to give Rose the other plate.
Okay. Ivory, are you doing anything other than
I'm just gonna be eating them. I didn't actually. I'm just eating still.
you just take the plate? Just,
No,
Plate and all.
I'm eating normally like an old man.
One bite at a time.
Yeah. One bite
do you
at a
have dietary
hours.
restrictions?
time. No.
Okay.
You just eat slow like an old man.
You eat your Activia. No.
Yeah. You mean my yo splurt?
Yeah, go through flirt. Alright, it's at this point that Griever and Rose bust back into the smell of axe beak eggs and potatoes.
Okay. Potatoes.
We're probably out in one of
Potatoes.
the other like. We're probably in the main room with like the tables
No,
right.
put those grippers
Yeah.
away.
Eating.
Oh, if it's fine, I'd like to imagine we finished speaking before we got here.
I would like that also.
Okay. Because she would mention something in the silence on the way back.
Because Beaver has a couple more things to ask.
Oh. So, in the silence on the way back.
Oh, he's not done talking yet.
Okay.
Basically, the last things he would say, we were on the thing, and he would ask, so you said your mother died, what was your father like?
He died even sooner. I didn't know him.
So you, and these advisors were not your family?
No. They're my subjects.
It is, I'm sorry that you did not seem to have good times with your family.
I had excellent times with my family, I'll have you know.
Did you have any siblings?
There's a long pause. And very quietly, you hear her say to herself, "And what use is the sun without the moon? Ah, how lonely the heavens have become." And she does not say anything after that. And she says this very quietly to herself.
Griever kind of looks up for a second. He looks like he wants to say something more, but he doesn't. And then we continue on.
Okay. Into the inn.
When they show up, I will pretty much bring a plate. I'm assuming you're on Griever's back.
Yeah.
Walk.
No. Actually, no. She would have got off and walked in. Normally.
Okay. When you guys get back, I will hold the last plate up to you. I'll say, "This is food."
Okay. Where's Sahira?
I'm eating on a table somewhere near a wall.
I would like to make a point.
Mhm.
While the two of you are talking, approaching the inn, Mockingbird will open the door and come in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll say, "Oh."
Another one of the Griever's folk.
Yes, this is Mockingbird. He was part of my tribe. It is good to see him well.
Greetings, friends of Frostmaiden.
Frostmaiden.
Yes, that is the name I took. The name I took when I was with the tribe.
Oh.
When I am with one of my tribe, I do not grieve so much.
Okay. So you would like us to address you as Frostmaiden or Griever?
When I am with one of my tribe, I am not grieving as much. So Frostmaiden will do.
Okay. Hi. I am Zatash of Brinshander.
Nice to meet you. They call me Mockingbird. When I'm alone, I am referred to as Lionkind.
You heard about you.
You have. I hear tales of my exploits have traveled far.
A little bit. I heard that you won one of the, Oh, he's flexing.
Oh. Rose hasn't taken the plate yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm still holding it, just like right at you. It's like, yeah. Heard you won one of the tournaments, same as our buddy here.
Oh yes, I won this.
And he holds up the Bremen token, which you guys do not remember. It's a pretty simple design. It's just
It's
Oh, yeah.
asymmetrical and I hate it.
Lionkind.
Uh-oh.
I heard you have one of those. One of those things. Yes.
Showing right.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Would you like to have a match for it?
Guys, if you're gonna do that, wait till we get out of the bar.
Well, absolutely. I wouldn't just start it right here in the middle of the bar. I'm not an animal.
Do it. What?
Half of the people in here are animals, okay?
That's the joke.
I know, she doesn't...
She's saying that just.
Let us wait till we go outside first.
You would come to Bremen and you would approach me?
Absolutely.
Ours shall be a contest for the ages.
Yes, it shall.
But first we shall feast. Where is the food satash of Bryn Shander?
I made enough for a certain amount of people in the group. I was assuming that you were out getting some food for yourself.
I was not hunting, but I have provisions.
Okay, I can try and make more. If you are hungry.
No need. Cora knows me. I'll just take what I need from the back.
He just
Wait.
just right past you to the back.
Did you not do the same thing a minute ago? You just walked back there and started making food.
Yes, but we were given authority by.
We
do you know she has
permission?
That's why I need to ask.
You just hear from the back.
Why?
The Axbeak eggs are in. Splendid.
And he just takes one out, and you just see him with the whole egg just shake it.
What are you doing?
He's scrambling it.
Yeah, he's scrambling it without breaking the.
And then you'll go ahead and
I have an advanced technique. He
give it a
knows shit.
hit.
He's headbanging.
Okay.
He's making like a workout like thing with his rod.
Imagine he just,
Yeah, he's just gonna
he,
get
he
like
ought to
a-
just like poke it with his
just pour it into a cup
claw
and
and
drink
drink
it.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. So he just.
Yeah, all right. Do you want this food?
You'll throw the shell into like a waste bin with a lot of food.
At least you're cleaning up after yourself. I can appreciate that.
So like she like looks as if like she was just had that like she had a mile long stare and looks at you. Oh, yes, and yeah, sees the food, looks over, and sees Sahira without her armor on, and freezes.
Oh.
And Rose's arms sort of drop to her side, and she looks angry. Real angry. And like just this.
Chance, shut up.
Please don't.
And
Don't tempt me.
you can see like she is white knuckled at this point.
I probably have like a bite of egg and.
Well, do you notice it?
Do I actually? I don't know.
Okay,
yeah,
you will because
Well,
you will.
biting an egg, does that action also, or you're also paying attention as you're biting your
I mean,
egg?
like, what,
like,
when,
no,
when
that-
did she acknowledge her even?
So you hear a bone break.
What?
Like a hand bone has snapped.
What the fuck?
White knuckling.
Like white knuckled, just fucking angry.
Normal.
Hey.
Does
And you just hear ever so faintly.
Which?
What did I do?
Hey.
Small princess, what's going on?
I'm just in awe.
She's just standing there shaking in anger.
Hey. Do you want to eat alone? You want me to accompany you upstairs? You can eat this in the room. I'm not trying to have any problems today.
She'll turn around and leave. Just
Whoa.
out the fucking tavern.
What was that?
We spoke together of our pasts, of our peoples, and some of the events that happened before. I think she is in an emotional state.
Did she finally realize what the atrocities she did were?
Okay, so
I don't think so, but I will mean to ask you about that later, or right now, actually.
hold. Did you leave the inn?
Yes.
Back outside.
Yes.
one of ours is by themselves. Do you want to go after her, or do you want me to, seeing that we're the only 2 people that she talks to?
I will go ensure that she is safe.
Okay.
She just gets taken by the owlbear.
So I
just move by.
Whomst.
I can ask your questions later. I kind of want to go after you. Like,
who wins for
it's
what's
more like
with-
I want to figure out what the heck you're doing, or where you're going to be.
Okay.
So yeah, because I'll go out and I'm going to catch up to you and just.
What kind of check is it
Hold
to
on.
track a
I'm gonna pause you guys. You've been going for a minute with you.
Yeah.
So we'll say okay.
And Mockingbird will stay back at the end.
Yeah, so it's like I will be back at some point.
I'm pretty good at tracking.
So she looked like she was ready to take off your head. Any indication of what that's about?
Well,
besides the usual stuff.
She may have come to her senses and wants to finish the job with my people. So I think...
Is that really coming to senses?
She seemed to be kind of delusional or whatever, not remembering what my interaction with her was.
Okay. Been trying to figure this out for a while. I've been trying to like...
Now, I'm confused as well.
Hear me out here. I want this group to operate as well as we possibly can. So far, we're failing at doing that. So, I know that you and I have not been on the brightest side of a relationship between the 2 of us. With everything that's going on, the hearing that you wanted to murder the child. Really doesn't,
Yeah, I'd say I wouldn't do that again. So
okay, yeah, I mean that's
water
fair.
under the bridge.
I wasn't there, but words. But I'm just trying to figure out. There's something that like you're telling me that her people, took out your people, right? And she's giving me a completely different story. Again, I believe I mentioned before. There's a missing link between the 2 of you. I need you, to the best of your ability, to remember what you can before we woke you up.
DM, is there anything I am missing that I have not spoke to them about? Because I pretty much told them everything.
You told them everything.
Okay. I've told you everything I can.
Okay.
I'm being sincere with that, too. That statement. You can tell she's being sincere.
Sakira, you might are you sitting or standing?
I'm eating. I'm sitting and eating.
Okay. Are you sitting or standing?
Trying to eat.
I would probably be standing since I walked over there.
Okay. You'll feel if you at any point you sort of move back like this, you'll feel a large chest on the back of your head.
I think I can provide some insight.
Ooh. She looks up and she sees.
She sits at a full volume right into the back of your head.
I know.
What are you saying?
There might be one important detail you might remember.
Oh.
How did you get to the party?
I believe it was... I got dressed up. I came with my father.
Would you have traveled through the city?
I don't remember. I went from the royal area right to the ballroom, which is still in the royal area.
Okay, good. Okay, then you won't know.
Okay.
I think I can fill in some blanks. I heard their conversation earlier.
Holy shit.
I see. Sahira sees another lion man. She's caught off guard a little bit by this, but it's not in a... I wouldn't say a...
He's JoJo posing.
Discomfort or fear. It's more of just oh, hey. Whoa, another one.
I heard the Sky Child call you a witch. Is this true?
Well, I can do this, and I get the fork and I go... And my blood starts dripping out, and it's all And
why would you do that?
And it kind of it kind of moves around and starts scabbing up really fast and does all this weird stuff to it itself.
What is going on? Self-harm is not an asset to survival. You would not survive a week in the tundra.
Mockingbird, that your name?
So like falling into the back of your head.
Let's
Yeah, like you haven't even turned around yet. He's just
let's take it down a couple of notches. She's
Down where?
Let's lower our voices.
Oh,
please.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. She has the ability to heal.
And more.
She has.
I just haven't no use to it yet.
Yeah, she has magical capabilities.
Great eggs! And that's why she stabbed herself.
It's to prove a point. She definitely could have handled that completely different, but she chose not to for whatever reason.
It's how I do
A
it.
very dramatic demonstration. But yes.
I do not envy Frostmaiden.
Yeah, it's about accurate.
You sneeze.
Anyways, I heard the Sky Child mentioning she held a vendetta against a witch for talking to a beloved prince.
I'm lost in all of this.
You stole her man and you don't even remember it?
No. The guy I had eyes for looked at.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
No,
It's
Wow, it's so petty.
It's so
wait
petty.
a second.
Extra.
Wait a second.
So he came
Wait
up,
a second.
said, "Yo, girl, what's up?"
No, he didn't even see that. He walked by. I was like, oh, sorry.
Wait.
Like they had a hello.
Yeah, it was barely an interaction, and she
Yes.
took that negative, and then descended the flight of the Valkyries
All
upon.
coming together.
She an incel? I called it genocide
Yeah,
because
she called it genocide because her boyfriend looked
No,
her fake boyfriend looked at somebody else.
like
Let's kill everyone.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Yes.
I was right all along, guys.
She was. She's totally fucking justified.
So I have a "That's So Raven" moment, and I fucking remember what it was. I go, oh yeah, 2 different people came to talk to me at the party at one point. I don't even really remember them. Just 2 things for a moment. Basil, and then there was another guy, and I think he was trying to ask me to marry him or something.
Was it like a prince?
I might be
Did he
playing my
look
backup
princely?
character.
And she says like,
Well,
I think his name
is.
was Salad or Salido or something.
What the fuck's
Like those people we were having over had
So
strange names.
so let me get this straight. From what you are telling us, Mockingbird,
Yes,
and from your
That
story,
was, well, that was such an a very unimportant detail. I didn't think
Right.
it really mattered.
but
this is
so
what? What did I do?
she is mad at you because someone talked to you.
Well, I didn't
Or
want them to talk to me either.
You know,
I'm kind of creeped out by all those guys.
no, that's completely fair.
In the midst of this confusion, Cora comes downstairs.
Who?
Cora, the innkeeper.
Her name's Cora.
Yes.
Okay.
Comes downstairs, sees the rabble of conversation, and just comes down with like the tired, squinty eyes.
Is there coffee?
No.
Let's
And just goes goes to the back, and then comes back out with like a mug of steaming water with like a pine sprig in it,
Okay.
and it's just.
Tastes like Christmas.
I'm going to refer to being an ivory on this.
What?
Fuck.
You have to resort to be it now.
Yeah.
How much did you get? Are you done?
I eat slow.
Oh,
Yeah, he's an old man.
The fork's actually really small.
you have to mash up the potatoes really
It's,
good.
it's like think of like a cigarette extender, but it's a fork. So it's a small.
Really great eggs. Delicious. I love potatoes.
It's that fork that dude from Green Eggs and Ham uses to.
Nice.
I've seen
The
that TikTok
single
with the
potato wedge.
I've seen the
So-
Thanksgiving TikTok with a really long spoon.
I don't really want any of you to kill each other. Specifically, an adult killing a child, a very misguided child.
Well, what I'm gathering is that she
Yeah, she
killed all of her
yes,
people because a man looked at her.
Right.
I'm still here.
I understand that.
I'm not going to kill her unless she attacks me.
I understand that.
I don't really agree with killing children, but I mean, like,
No. I hear you. I think. God, if this anime powers activate. I think we should try to get the two to talk it out.
I don't think there's any merit in that.
You know,
I have a plan, but it's not quite ready yet.
But just hear me out. I think
if she's willing to break her hand bone looking at her, then it's
right. But I mean,
I'm willing to bleed myself out anytime now.
She is young, so she is able to be influenced if led in the right direction.
I think she's already down the wrong direction.
The one direction.
Pause.
To God.
But I don't know. It's worth a shot. She's willing to talk to me and Griever. So, I mean, Griever more so than I, but there's 4 of us. If shit
you can get her to calm down,
if shit starts to go south, we can separate them. I don't think you'll attack. I think
No, but I don't want to get mauled by this
and
little gremlin lady.
I'm not gonna have that happen. But I'm also not going to kill this child.
I won't kill her.
I mean, she might already be dead because she left 10 minutes ago.
I trust Griever enough to find her fast.
I hope.
But I think, at the very least, if this group is going to continue to go forward, we need to squash this very, very powerful beef that does exist.
And I mean, if she did perish out there, it really takes the all the
wow,
I'm
that's
just saying.
Ivory.
I'm just saying.
You're not wrong, but fuck.
I'm just saying.
This is what's gonna happen. You and the smaller one, we both will come and we'll sit, and we will talk it out.
That's what he just said.
I know. I'm going to mediate it, as is my duty. I have a gift for.
I have a gift from God.
For ensuring that people listen to me when I give them an order.
Like magic?
Yes.
Okay.
It's my specialty.
Okay.
Let me get my armor on first.
No.
No?
Nope.
How can I defend myself?
You won't.
It insinuates that you're going.
You will sit at the table unarmed. The small child will sit at the table, and I will be ready to stop her from doing anything should she try.
I'll be there too, don't worry.
Were you there when she punched me?
I believe so,
I'm pretty sure you were awake by that point.
When
I
you
arrived
first found
after
her,
she got here.
and she just
Well, I don't know if you guys were alone or I was somewhere else.
Lolly punched you.
No, we were with the group.
This is right after you got out of the tomb.
And right
I came
after
out
she fell from the sky.
I punched him.
I want to point out she did the Ride in an Armstrong meme where she just wailed on me and nothing happened.
I mean, you are a big and strong blind man.
It did not even look like it would do anything.
So
She's little chicken arms.
So physically, you're fine. I don't think I've seen her.
You've never seen her cast a spell or anything.
That hurts. Yeah, that hurts. No, but I've seen her cast magic, and I know a little bit about some spellcasters. Just knowing that, despite knowing nature magic, can cast harmful magic, and I know that there's one can do the other. So it's like the only thing I'm worried about is the magic. But if Beak says that he can corral her proper, then I trust him.
Well, what's the goal here?
The goal is to try and get you guys to at least come to a...
We need a functioning party.
I think this party might not function if she's in here.
You haven't sat down to talk yet, so you can't really comment on that. You're also part of the problem at the moment. You guys are both part of the problem.
Well,
equally. I'm not blaming you over her.
This guy... He needs to work on his speech skills.
And you are one to talk.
I don't need to work on shit.
Fucking with the fucking one-liners over here, B.
Yeah.
So, yes, you are also part of the problem. Yes, you have problems speaking to people, despite whether or not you think so or not. Again, we don't know where the fuck you're from. We understand that you are royalty by your words alone. And same with that one. But we need to make this work if we are going to survive and work together. You need help to find your people, correct?
Unfortunately.
Consider this your payment for me to accept that job.
Oh, God damn it.
No, I've already accepted your job.
No, not that.
Yeah.
There's something that Sahira might remember that's actually super fucking important.
So here are my. You sit down. You just have the talk. You can be mad, but we are looking for a stalemate. If you cannot provide the stalemate on your half, then the job won't be accepted.
So my blade shouldn't have to go through this, but fine.
And I extend my hand out to you. This is how we are going to agree, and we have witnesses.
As it may be relevant, how good is Sahira at recognizing people she's seen before?
She recognized you as soon as you came down.
Unless they're if they're commoners, not really. But if they are, royal people that she needs to know, she might. She's not great at school and stuff though, so she didn't pay attention to school. I don't know if that matters, but
Maybe it just pops up. Rose and Basil are identical.
oh,
Like picture perfect identical.
Like twins?
Yes.
oh, okay, huh?
It's a little sussy.
That is weird. I don't remember that being a thing that you said at the end. I don't remember that being a thing that you mentioned in my backstory.
Oh, you barely saw her.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, hand extended. Waiting for you to accept the terms.
She starts to take the fork again. And blood starts to come out.
Why? Why do you keep doing that?
Mind your own business.
I'm gonna ready an action when I see that because I know that's how she casts magic.
Do that, and you will feel a little blood come out of your palm.
Okay.
And we're mixing
So
blood.
you're making a blood pact.
Yes.
Okay.
Ew!
And
AIDS.
Holding on, just not letting go.
It doesn't hurt you.
Why are you using your fork that you eat with?
Hold on. Stop. Hand not letting go like firm grasp says, remember, this pact is only binding if you can find a stalemate.
She doesn't say anything.
So are you casting a spell?
Technically,
or are you using an ability that requires me to do a roll?
It's mostly just flavor.
Okay.
In my tribe, when two tribes members disagree with each other, we typically wrestle it out.
Yeah, but
that sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, but I'm afraid that one will kill the other. She is a child versus an adult.
Yeah, the size differences.
I told you already.
It's just...
This is not uncommon in our tribe.
You know what? I believe it, knowing Griever and now you, much to the chagrin of my life. But humanoids do a little bit different things.
Mortals tend to prefer, or the ones that live in towns and not villages, prefer to settle their differences with words rather than violence.
But if it goes to then violence does happen occasionally. But I also need people to be 100% on their game when we find these people that I'm looking for.
That doesn't sound efficient.
It's not.
It's not. But it's what they do.
You know, it's the first thing that you try. If that doesn't work, usually I give up past that stage and they can do whatever the fuck they want. But I would like to talk it out before blood is drawn. Personally.
For us, wrestling comes first. And if one party is still acting detrimentally to the tribe, then we throw them to the mountains.
Yeah?
It's always an option.
It is definitely always an
Say
option.
that as an emergency option.
Does that ever, come back to, hurt you guys later on?
It has worked
throw somebody out of
every time.
Inside check?
Go ahead.
I know,
I have no reason not to believe
his resolve versus the truth is two different things, and I know it is.
I would have to ask how.
This man's
the
fucking.
tribe wasn't huge. I'm guessing it wouldn't happen very often.
Oh man, I hope if we get into a fight today, I'm rolling natural 20 straight because I'm doing bad on these skill checks. That's a natural 1 for a total of
1, 0,
4.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
he believes it.
Yeah, all right.
So go get her. I'll stay here, and hopefully you can defend me from any weirdness she tries to pull.
We will wait for Griever to bring her back.
Maybe
Do you need another fork?
if we do send
check
one of the
that
people that are
West
in here out to meet
That's
up
what I
with
do.
them,
I'm special. Don't
they
worry.
can kind of
Let
get
her-
ahead of this
Now you're
thing.
gonna get blood in your.
Should I go then?
No.
Yeah, you have a better relationship with the small child. I'm gonna set up a table.
Yep, that's fair.
I'm gonna set up a table.
About to be a whole.
By the way, I'm using my trunk to eat.
Yo, get that Phoenix Wright music ready.
Objection.
No,
Yeah.
don't. Okay.
So,
You assume I won't exhaust myself to death trying to kill her.
I know. That's what we're here for. I'm kidding. Don't do that because I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, I'll go look for Griever and Rose.
Okay.
So, a survival check, good sir, to see how long it
Yeah.
takes you to find me.
Ooh, it's a 19.
So, I'm not trying to hide, so I guess passive stealth.
My brother in Christ.
Okay, so
Where's
yeah,
the athletics to run away?
So total 12?
That's why
Yeah, not total 19.
Oh, total 19? Yeah, no, you got it.
Let's follow your footprints.
Yeah, basically. You find her in a surprisingly unexpected place for who she is. Just like an alley between two buildings curled up behind a barrel. With, sitting, on the ground with her arms on her knees and her head in her lap.
Griever will approach, and he will sit down next to her. So I heard what you said. So Sakura is that witch, yes?
Yeah.
Well, I will ask another question, and I'm sure it will be painful, but I will have. I think I will try to be an advisor for you and afterwards. And so he'll ask is, so you ordered this attack, and somehow your people were lost. How did this happen?
I don't know. They all turned to heresy. Every last one. Men with pitchforks wearing nothing but shirts. Why? The common soldiery. All of them.
So, if they became heretics, and that means that they do not follow you, do they stop following you?
Of course. Why else would they do what they did?
So they turned against you then?
Of course. And that same burning, hateful tears come back. Whereas before, it seemed like she was crying but didn't realize it.
Okay.
When she was with you at the start of the section. But now, they are burning and hateful.
So now that we know this, I will try to advise you. You said that I agree, we understand each other better now.
A mere beast to be an advisor.
What says that a beast cannot do that?
I had simply thought better of you. People are horrid, greedy, cruel, and selfish, and yet it's my job to lead them to light. It's my job to give them prosperity.
Yeah.
It's my job to save them all. But they don't deserve it! And with this, she stands up and she screams. Very much like you did earlier.
Okay.
It is a feral cry. I never asked to be born of God. He sits down.
Griever sits for a moment, and he will then say. He will then say. It's maybe perhaps advisor is not the right word here. I have no intention of turning against you. And he will then say if your people are gone and your duty you believe you have pains you, you do not need to follow that. What do you want to do?
And though she looks very overwhelmed, but when you say that, it almost strikes her like something unexpected.
I can. He'll speak up again. He's like, you are aware that my people, most of my tribe is dead, and he'll say, I will tell you now. They were, as I mentioned before, there were three more things that I grieve for now. One is the death of Gorger. One is that a traitor, Howler, was the one who killed him. And the third thing is the hope that the remainder of my tribe would be found alive and well has been lost. But as a close tribesmate of mine once said his name was Reveler, I do not know if he was alive or dead, but he was one always in good spirits. And he told me that on my first failed hunt.
As you were speaking.
Oh, yeah.
Probably would have actually happened a while ago.
Okay.
She just starts bawling.
Ah.
But you've never seen her cry like this.
Okay.
It is... There's no anger. There's just sadness. And something strange... A strange thing you notice. The golden hue of her hair begins to fade a little bit.
Oh.
And that picturesque... She's always picturesque.
Mm-hmm.
But that starts to fade a little bit. And she just said... And she says, I just want my brother back. That's why I have to get revenge. That's why I have to bring them mercy. The heretics. What they've done. The sins they've committed. The only mercy for such twisted, hateful, ignorant creatures is death. I saw his head fall from his body when he wore my clothes. I will bring them mercy.
Are you still crying after you say that?
So, yeah, she goes... It was for a moment,
Okay.
that pain, and then back to angry tears.
Okay. So he'll get kind of close to you. Just look me in my eyes.
She refuses.
Then I will just say it. If you try to kill the ones responsible for your sorrow, it will not save anything. It will not bring the one you love back. Please believe me, I tried. The only choice you have left to you, after facing pain and hardship, is you must continue to live. You must do what you believe is best. What your family would want you to do to be happy.
At that, she stands up, and assuming you're still crouching, Because we're about the same. You're probably still even a bit taller with you crouching, her standing up. It almost looks like she's looking down at you. Maybe for a mere beast. But I'm a god. It is my birthright to undo wounds. And she walks off.
Where do I meet up? Because I went out after to go look for them.
Roll me a survival check.
You would probably know because of the screen.
9. Or would that be with advantage?
Give me, advantage.
Like, you'd probably know. Because it was...
My brother in Christ.
Your
dice.
I'm gonna fucking kill in some fights if we have one. It's still 9.
The wind. Blizzard.
I'll say you can faintly make out some tracks, although it might take you a little bit of
I'm
extra
fucking
time to reach
proficient,
them.
dude. These dice rolls are killing me. Yeah.
Because she's not hiding. I would say, if it's totally fair, that, considering she's stomping through the snow, if anything, if she tried to make a stealth check, it would be at disadvantage. So passive stealth would be like 5. So a 9 would beat that.
That's DM's discretion. I don't
Yeah,
care
no,
much.
It's that.
Well, that would make sense if you weren't a very light child.
That's fair. Because she's going...
Well,
not out of town.
She stomps and makes regular size
I guess here's the
footprints.
thing, because I didn't leave too long. Probably maybe about 10 minutes after Griever did, assuming that's how long the talk took. Yeah, his feet are. He's heavier.
Yeah.
Yes.
So would I be able to notice his prints enough to follow?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she's
But
not...
they're still faint to your eyes.
Right.
Because she's not leaving the town or anything. She's storming around aimlessly,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess how long did it take me to find him? Even if Griever's in the same spot, same with her.
Are you, when you were talking, you were stopped? Yeah.
Talking with him?
Hmm?
Yeah.
I'd say you probably caught up to Griever
Okay.
after she went.
Assuming that you didn't follow her right after.
I wasn't expecting all this to come out today.
I'm trying to think if you would follow
RP
her.
session.
Feels weird on the other side of the fence. I do not
think
have
for a
the
second.
skills to deal with this. I'm meant to punch.
I meant to bleed.
Yeah, I think he would. Just to keep an eye on her at least. He might not say anything for a bit, but I think he'll keep an eye on her.
Okay, so I'm assuming that then right when I get to where they were, they're gone already.
Yeah, but you could probably see him off in the distance. You're moving with purpose. And
Okay. Well, I mean, if they're not moving fast enough, again.
Is it you're moving with purpose? She's moving with purpose. But her tiny legs can only move so fast, so it's probably regular speed.
With a dash, I can go 100 feet around.
No,
Yeah, you got it.
She's not going fast. She's angry child, storming.
The angry big stomp.
Yeah.
Big steps, little distance.
You'll catch up in like 10 minutes.
Okay. Ooh.
Just
Okay,
setting
so I
up
found
long
you two.
tables.
Hmm?
I want to set up a long table.
Okay.
Or put multiple tables.
Basically, she looks super angry.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Griever
Well,
looks very.
I'm trying to think if Zatosh would see that with the insight, passive insight of 13. Would I be able to tell that they just had like a fucking dead ass serious conversation?
By looking at the two of them?
Yeah.
Mm,
I'm not like trying to just come up and assume that they've just been having a fucking heart to heart for the last 25 minutes.
well, last time you saw her, she was stomping away angrily. Now she's stomping away angrily.
So it's pretty much the
Griever,
same.
how well do you wear your expressions on your face?
He's wearing his emotions on his sleeve. Like he doesn't care. So you'd see there is sort of tired. It's like a sort of a tiredness and a I guess a level of sadness in his eyes.
Sure.
Okay. Well, insight. Oh shit! It's gonna be worse. Get ready for another natural one. That's a 10. That is a sorry. That's a 12.
Oh,
You could probably say
So
something's up. Something's got him upset. He didn't have this look when he
Right.
left you.
Okay. So, see that you guys are not all good at the moment, but I'm willing to. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna throw my shot. I've never been fucking one to not throw my punches or to throw my punches. Whatever. The
Pull your
Pull-
punches.
pull your punches.
Do you look like you're trying to speak to her?
Pull your
I'm talking to both of you.
Oh, okay, both of us.
Yes.
He throws hands, but doesn't pull.
Yeah. Thank you. Pull punches. Rose.
Angrily stomping.
Okay. So I'm just following you stomping. Rose. Are you not listening? Okay. Let's do this. No. I'm going to.
Well, she does slow down
Right.
and stomp around you,
That's fine.
kind of thing.
Oh,
Oh, so you can just talk.
so you're just circling.
Yeah.
Orbit.
Okay.
Like, she doesn't,
Yeah. Angry toddler donuts.
yeah, kind of.
Like how the sun orbits the
Except-
Earth. That's how they're orbiting around you.
Are you willing to speak to me for a second? I can understand that you're angry. We have kind of pieced together the story of what's going on. Maybe not all of it, but some of it. And I do want to find a common ground between you and Sahara.
When you say her name, Rose stops, almost freezes again, but she doesn't look angry or sad. There's a thoughtful look on her face, like brow furrowed, but like, oh wait a minute, like rapidly thinking about things.
Okay. So I kind of need you to stop stomping and just.
Yeah, she stopped moving.
Okay.
Just-
Is that something you're willing to do? We just need you two to talk. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to leave the group. I want you and Sarah.
She starts marching towards the tavern.
Okay.
That's the right direction.
She doesn't look aggressive, just with purpose.
When she starts making us to walk away, River puts a hand on your shoulder and he leans down and he says, "This is not just because of a potential mate. Her brother died."
With you touching me, you hear in your mind once again, "Oh shit."
Oh.
Okay.
And he kind of is taken aback by that for a moment, and he just doesn't move. He just continues to talk.
Yeah, I'll look back at you.
Tash.
No, Caleb, now is not the time.
Yes, it is. It's drama.
When you say "oh shit," you also hear a secondary voice in your head go "oh shit."
Do I hear that too, or just him?
Just him.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll look equally as confused as you are. It's like, we need to stop her in case she does anything drastic, or not stop her, but watch her. I'm trying to get her and Sahara to talk so that we can all be a cohesive unit in the potential future.
I want that as well.
Thank you. I think we all do. Hopefully.
You Kalash die?
Huh?
You Kalash die?
You don't know.
Hit him with psychic damage.
It's a mystery.
And I think he'll say one more thing. From Griever's if Griever is getting this right, he'll say, I think because she ordered this attack, and her own brother died as a result of it, she may blame herself.
Okay. We will, I've never had any siblings. This is a lot more than I signed up for, but we will deal with the situation when we get there. But for now, we just want to have the two of them talk without blood. Or fists.
At least not from Sahira.
Or from both. So let us...
Because she bleeds.
Yeah. So let's follow the little one and hopefully get this resolved in a decent manner.
Mm-hmm.
But be prepared to, if you need to. I mean, Beak says he can stop either one of them if they try and do something.
How? He is not very strong. I've wrestled with him myself.
Let's assume magic.
My brother in Christ, my strength is 18.
But you didn't
You're
win.
suplexed you.
But he won. So
Yeah, but he didn't win. But yeah, it's like...
No, he would acknowledge your strength. Never mind. That's right. He would acknowledge that. Never mind.
Yeah, strength on par with me, dude.
So, that's the plan. We're gonna... Beak's going
After all
to,
comes.
let's assume, be the judge in this situation.
So you kind of Griever like look at you thinking about that word for a moment.
Head of the tribe that makes decisions.
All right.
Yeah. In this instance.
You
So.
get it, layman's terms.
Let us follow her before she... Oh, no, she's right there.
She's only got 10 feet since we stopped, since she left.
Yeah. So,
Oh, so you like just start
I
following
do want to
her.
head back to the tavern before they get there.
So, for reference, there is the owner of the bar and another lion man here
Yeah.
with us, too.
correct.
Yeah.
Where's the dog?
Just hanging
Curl
out.
up in
Would
the,
be with you.
Yeah,
oh,
would
maybe
be
curled
with
up
me.
in the fireplace, like near a fireplace in the tavern.
I don't know, does Boy have that type of imprint connection on me?
Or whimpering in the corner, feeling the bad
I'd say
vibes.
since-
Yeah.
Mm,
I would have fed him this morning.
let's
Would have
flip
fed
a
him
coin.
eggs.
Buy a coin and
Eat an egg.
A die.
Yep.
1 to 3 with you, 4 to 6 with Sahira.
Okay.
5 boys with Sahira.
Okay. He's just kind of near me.
Woof.
Still a whole ass dude.
Bard.
In a dog suit, too.
It's a really bad dog suit. Like
Nah, dude, it's that dude from Wilfred.
that's the missing husband.
You've been
He's
eating
a
for
furry
like,
this whole time.
you've been eating for like 20 minutes. and
druid.
you've eaten like 2 bites.
Keegan fucks dogs.
I'm done with my food. I'm like, it's on the...
Yeah, so...
Done.
The dog's just gonna hop up and eat.
Yeah,
Your
boy,
leftovers.
I don't know. He can do that. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Just
I don't
dog
know
doing
the
it.
rules.
So while you were eating,
I'm not
Beak
a
is
dog.
is randomly pushing tables together to try and make a long table.
Do you
Okay.
need this table I'm on?
I'm on
Uh,
the same table.
how many
Can I-
tables are in the bar?
I just want to make one like. I just want like.
And are they square or circle? Because that might matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't?
No. I'm trying to get like 10 or 15 feet of length.
There's 2 fucking tables.
Oh. How big are the tables?
Let's just say school lunchroom bench sized.
Oh.
Fuck off!
That's fine. I can live with that. I'm going to put them both together.
Made of
Decently
wood.
sized.
Okay.
I am not asking the bar lady in advance when I just start doing it.
She's still got like the tired squinty eyes, sipping her tea.
Yeah, just moving all of her furniture around. Okay. So I think he's gonna look. So you,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have back in the kitchen for a minute, so we can confirm what's going on with the small one.
Don't tell me where I should need to go.
Let me know when I get there.
Well, I think what he means
You should
is
listen to me here because I'm trying to do this for your benefit.
I think you two should be separated at first instead of her walking in.
We need everybody on the same
immediately.
page. Go stand over there until I call you out.
Okay, God.
Please.
Okay, God in training.
That's fine.
Finish my
I don't
breakfast.
Yeah, and then so
It took you 30 minutes.
I'm just gonna like post up in front of the tables, like facing the door and waiting for
I'll go back with you.
Rose to come in.
Okay. Doing anything, Tess?
I finished my breakfast and I'm gonna go back with her.
Oh, in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you are well fed for our contest.
Absolutely. I hope the same of you.
It's gonna get really heavy and then really light.
Yep, really fucking stupid right after.
I'm about it.
Whiplash! Child dies in wrestling match.
Emotional
Let's go.
whiplash.
You assume that we're gonna let that happen.
You assume it's
The
not.
small child memorial wrestling match.
Your body will be used
Toddler
as
fight!
chairs.
Toddler fight! You'd be amazed at the ways a child can die.
That's true.
I've looked into it.
That's unfortunate.
Shock.
Oh god, here comes Ivory with the small child.
Okay, so yeah, if Team In has nothing else they want to do,
do that for me.
all right. Team 1, you guys show up.
For team out.
Sweet.
Team Out. Yeah, Team In with 2 N's and then Team Out.
So when,
Yeah.
Waiting for the,
when I marched off,
so just
how high is y'all's passive perceptions?
Not very.
14.
is that a 15?
13.
Got no 15.
It's advantage on smells.
It's for those that are outside.
Team out. We're team in.
Oh, for team out,
We're
Yeah.
like around each other.
Griever's 14, Zatash is 13.
You might have noticed Rose at some point grabs her spellcasting focus, but then puts it away.
I'm gonna heal you
Let me
because I hate you.
let me mark off some sorcery points and a spell slot for.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I can't look in your face right
Okay, he's like, oh cool, we're about to
I'm
fight.
gonna need this.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay,
You
yeah.
cast friends.
He casts enemies.
Yes. Which is friends, strangely enough.
When it wears off.
now. You call emotion.
So,
Too bad. A command.
yes, calm and emotions.
Fuck, dude, I was ready to fight
I
today.
have command.
Okay, yeah, we'll fight.
Not you.
Oh, fuck.
I did not anticipate this.
Me either.
I didn't expect most of this stuff to come out today. I honestly didn't.
You two started it.
I wasn't expecting him to go as hard as he did, and then for certain information to get passed around.
Oh, I was thinking for like 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm gonna try and get attached to, click with Sahara just a smidge, just to make it work, because she's kind of been outcast a little bit. I want to make her feel like belong, and then this. So
Yeah, so we're gonna even the playing field out, so everybody wins.
See, the thing is, we can all blame Kaleb. Because if Reaper had not met Mockingbird when he did, he would not have asked his questions now.
Mockingbird made things a little spicy.
I'm gonna open the windows, homies.
Oh boy.
the windows that's already open.
Yeah, we did it already.
Oh, I didn't know shit.
Yeah,
Another thing.
it is getting sweaty in here though. You're right.
I don't feel like
It's getting musky.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Ooh, another strange little detail that people might remember in this like super awkward tense moment.
Mm-hmm.
When Rose got like half her face just slammed by the fucking hammer.
Is that what we're calling the fish?
No.
She got hit with the hammer when we first.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I wasn't
before.
there.
That's right. Yeah.
Her face healed very quickly. Like just unnaturally fast.
Without you using a spell.
Yes.
Okay.
And it seems like it was only superficial. It was a little strange.
All right.
It was a little strange.
So
Gotta wait for him to come back.
fucking Christ.
So like it could be extrapolated that.
I mean, I have to have a short conversation with Rose before. So you guys walk in.
Oh, you're the first boss. Let's go.
Yeah, Beak is just menacingly standing there with his hands behind his back.
Doesn't even see you. Looking around.
Over here.
Just doesn't fucking care.
All right.
Goes up. Tries to go upstairs.
Rose.
Where is she?
Calm down.
Where is she?
This
I need to talk to the witch.
that's the plan. So calm down.
Yeah,
Now you have her attention.
Give me your spellcasting focus.
let's hold our horses here, but it's.
She will be unarmed and unarmored. Everybody is combat neutral here.
She looks at you for a second, slightly confused. Oh, this? And hands it over.
Okay. Take that. So
Anything else you have on
put it on his belt. It's not a martial fighter
Okay.
of a person there. That's fine.
Could have another focus.
So
It's just like a small, like... It looks like a holy symbol, but not quite.
okay. Yeah. So he'll kind of clip it on or tie it on his belt. So we're gonna sit you two down at this large table that I made.
She immediately sits down.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. You guys are gonna talk it out.
Of course.
If anybody tries any funky business, I will stop you. That's it.
I feel like there's a moment of just that like eyes meeting tension.
Yeah.
Just like the implied I'm gonna stop you, or the overt I'm gonna stop you.
Yeah.
The implied you think you can.
Like yeah, if you glance at Big, there is like the most dead serious I will absolutely stop you.
Oh yeah.
I will. Sorry if you will allow me to say something.
Yeah.
I would go up to Rose and I whisper, I'm like, remember the contract. I said I would help you, right?
Okay, out of character, what was the contract again?
No, just saying that you paid me silver to help you with your situation.
Gold, I believe, right?
Was it a gold?
It was gold.
Okay, so yeah, it was a gold. And I said I told you I would help you, but I remember what I said. No killing.
She's just staring ahead, but again, she doesn't exactly look angry. Just,
I know.
Like, focused.
Yeah, but I'm saying I need confirmation from you, Rose, that you will not attack Sahira. And I need you to promise me.
So when will y'all engage in peace discussions?
Yes. All right, sounds good.
You didn't say anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll let the silence hang for a second, and then... All right. Princess Sahira, please join us in the only room.
I'll move aside and my feet will scrape like rock on rock.
Like you don't even step, you just
I will
stand.
say, where do you want people to stand? In terms of mediation purposes.
In a neutral spot. Don't make it appear like you're taking sides.
You're just gonna be standing on the table.
I'm gonna stand near the door.
That's fine.
Okay. I will stand on the other side of the table that's like across from you.
Is there like an open or close sign outside the?
Oh
No.
Actually, let me talk. I'm going to talk to Cora real quick. I'm assuming she's still downstairs waking the fuck up.
The chorus
Hey.
I'm confused that we just took over her
Yeah.
entire inn.
Cora,
Yeah.
I would suggest going back upstairs.
Please don't fight in my inn.
I'm trying to prevent that from happening. We are all trying to
I will
prevent it.
charge you if you fight in my inn.
I know.
Him specifically.
I like the idea that this party just is so poor and we have like debt and shit. I love that. It's
Nobody
fun.
has any money.
I know it's
I
funny.
got like 4 gold.
If,
I don't have
if
any. I have
anything
zero
starts to happen,
anything.
I will make sure that we take it outside.
Mockingbird,
I will make sure he takes it outside.
Yeah,
you can watch them for me, can't you?
absolutely, Cora.
I'm also doing the same thing.
We have lots of
Stop trying to make your chest as big as his chest.
No, it's just it's like
No.
You
It's,
didn't talk to the bar owner, so.
I'd like to think we're all here, and our main job is to separate the women.
the woman. Well, you know that is.
You know what? That's not even wrong.
Yeah, you're right on point there,
He's
Chief.
not even out of line. He's right.
Nope.
And she's just, okay. Well, remember, I get your wallets if you break anything.
You're not gonna get much.
And then
joke's
she
on
just-
her. I don't
she
have
just-
any money.
She just walks away with her tea and goes back upstairs.
I have a gold, 19 silver, and 9 copper.
I put my
Must
gold
be
in my
nice.
boots.
He's the royal treasurer.
Okay.
So Deke will call you out.
I walk out.
Do you have a spell casting focus?
It's my armor.
Okay, cool.
So as soon as she walks out and Rose sees her, Rose sort of just like stands up, chair back. You saw him, didn't you? Just staring straight at you.
I'm gonna ready an action for this entire conversation to cast command.
Okay.
Who are you talking about?
You saw him. You had to have seen him. And she starts tearing up. You had to. He looks exactly like me.
Which one was that? Basil or Salado?
Basil.
Basil. Are you talking about? Was his name Basil?
Don't say it. Don't you dare.
If shit gets violent, my held action is to cast halt on whoever starts the violence, or cast command halt.
I will actually also have my staff ready in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
Heavy breathing, and then she sits down. It can be done. It can be done. I can fix this. I can fix this. And she seems to start calming down.
Rose, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can
What?
you, at the very least, explain to Sahira why you were angry?
That witch stole from heaven. I did what was natural and just.
Okay. So, let's pretend like you're not from heaven for a second.
I'm sorry.
Explain in simpler terms for us mortals to understand.
This foul temptress stole into one of the parties. One of my parties. No, one of the parties in the palace. And stole the gaze of one whom I was interested, of one who had taken my fancy. But to steal from heaven is the gravest of sins, and thus demands the gravest of punishment. But all that is in the past now.
Yeah, you beat her both dead.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
Your command spell just completely
Yeah.
failed, and she smoke crit me to death.
I cast it on myself.
Happens.
Okay.
For the record, he was interested in me. I didn't do anything.
Is there anything else that you wish to explain?
Fuck, what did I say exactly? Shit.
You pretty much said that the dude took a fancy to her versus you.
Yeah, that's what Rose says. But that's all in the past now.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Rose, what happened with your brother?
Ooh. You say that and she winces. Like, in pain.
The only way to get past this is to accept it, or at the very least talk about it. You can't blame one person for what others did to you.
She had nothing to do with that.
That's right.
Not the time.
It's simple.
What the fuck are you guys doing in the kitchen right now?
Mockingbird's digging around.
You should be out here.
There are more eggs to find.
No, he's sitting in the kitchen just knocking stuff off the counters.
So you beat a cat.
Yeah.
What happened? No, okay, so what happened to your brother? The savages, the heretics, sinners, all of them. I killed him.
Okay. Can you explain to us why?
Because they are heretics that rejected the light of heaven.
Again, dumb it down for the mortals.
As if a god such as I were to understand the vile minds of heretics.
Ooh.
But you're not a god.
Hold on. When you say the heretics line, Zatash slams the stick on the table, and you see him get angry.
Okay.
If you believe yourself to be a god,
Mm-hmm.
I need you. And he takes a second to breathe before he says something he shouldn't. There has to be an actual reason as to why they killed your brother, assuming that you are a god. Your brother would be one then too, right?
That's not how the blood works.
What blood?
As I have said countless times, my divine blood. Though any may bear the lineage, the blood only makes itself known in women. Thus, he is a mere mortal, even though he may carry on The line. Blood never.
So the people that followed you killed your brother.
Right.
Why?
Why would they? Why would they? Why? I don't know. Why would they march into the palace? Why would they? Why would they? I don't know.
Did this happen recently?
Of course.
Now, just out of curiosity, because I've talked to both of them a little bit. Rose told me the age in which she basically was more or less crowned, right?
Yeah.
Which was like 8?
Yes.
And you are like 14 now?
Yes.
She was asleep that entire time. There's a 6-year gap. The Tash will say that. Say there's a 6-year gap, and she doesn't remember any of this happening.
Mayhap.
I have a question that's mildly off topic, but does concern the both of you. So, you say that your blood makes you divine.
Indeed, I've inherited the will of heaven.
Uh-huh. This one also has fancy magic blood. Wouldn't that not make both of you products of whatever your version of divinity is?
Hardly.
Explain.
Apparently, I'm the Witch of Ithrin.
I mean,
I'm keeping
frankly,
that. I'm keeping that.
That's not bad.
I'm keeping that.
to me, you're both just mages of some kind. Something particularly divine about either of you. You say you have magic blood, but I haven't seen it. I've seen your magic blood.
Creepy.
So you are the same.
Ooh. Hardly.
You are both female.
My power to overcome the fool may manifest as it may seem akin to sorcery to the unlearned and the blasphemous. But all magic originates from somewhere. My lineage descends from, well, the sun itself. Or so it seems. As is. But that. We are not mere fringe sorcerers. For we inherit the will of heaven. And with this comes a blessing. We may each perform. We may each invoke a miracle. No. We may each invoke the will of heaven. My mother, there were blights. My mother brought vitality back to the land, quelled the fires, the crops regrew. The golden Delilah. My grandmother, the golden lily. Times were tough. Our enemies were great. A hero long past. And she has a sudden, almost realization. A hero from long past. He had been dead for 5 centuries. With her, she used the will of heaven to bring him back. My great-great-grandmother. And thus I have inherited the will of heaven, and may invoke it at my leisure. Such is what brought me here. Okay, so what's everyone's insight?
13.
Passive or regular?
Your choice.
13.
So 15?
Actually,
13.
can I make an insight check
13.
in general for their conversations?
Tash is kind of losing it. I'm rolling like anger checks. It's not doing hot.
Whoever is listening very intently.
Hey, that's not good. Don't worry about it. I'm not insightful today.
I can try to. We'll try to roll.
Xavier does not understand what's going on. Her main theory is that you're just racist.
You know what? That's not wrong.
He is trying to have a
I'm
better
witch.
understanding of her
18.
emotions. So
I'm gonna say, what's passive?
it was a 15.
18? 18 and 15, that's both plenty
Mm.
for passive deception. There's something she's not saying. Like, when she talks about the will of heaven...
It's
No,
ambiguous, right?
when she says, I can invoke the will of heaven at my leisure, that is a flat lie.
Whenever you say will of heaven, that's when Zatash gets angry.
Mm.
If I may be so bold, what exactly is this will of heaven that you've been speaking of?
What do you mean? It is the will.
Well, what
Heaven-
is the will of heaven?
Well, heaven is the source of all things, is it not?
No.
Foolishness. The heaven is... The sun is the most holy thing that there is. All things, all life come from it. All things are based off of heaven. It is in a sense the foundation of what one would call reality itself. Therefore, to urge it to act will then reshape reality as one sees fit.
What do I gotta roll to see if it's bullshit?
Well,
I mean, I guess that'd be insight.
Or religion.
but what exactly does that mean? How do you
religion.
reshape reality?
Yeah, inside a religion, your choice.
It's only 12. It's no less. It doesn't sound right. I don't necessarily believe it, but it's like I can't really call her out on it.
Simple. I merely need focus and speak my desires aloud.
Do it.
And that's supposed to make something happen.
Oh, you say do it,
Yeah.
and
Actually, yeah, I agree with him. Let's.
the will of heaven is not to be swayed by mortals.
Sounds like you can't do it.
Yeah, I
Such
mean,
would be a sin for even a god to commit.
Well, if it's a sin for a god to commit, how are they even able to do it in the first place?
It is a sin for a god to be swayed by a mortal on such matters. She's getting nervous.
Doesn't really sound like to me you could be.
I'm gonna request a little clarification
Yeah.
on your divinity here. So, I'm sure, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
as a god, each one of us has a focus about what our abilities represent. So mine will be, as Primus, balance.
Mm-hmm.
What is yours?
Light. And she casts light. Wait, does light require... Oh, fuck it, no, never mind.
You don't have your spell focus on you.
I don't think light requires a spell focus. I don't think...
Don't spells require spell focus?
No!
It's a cantrip.
Only if
Only if you have a material
component.
cost.
Yeah.
If it's a cantrip.
I don't think cantrip
If it's
is-
just vocal or somatic,
Some
then you can
cantrips
just do
work,
it.
but-
Look at me being a martial character and not knowing about magic and playing my suit.
You could be a DM and not knowing about that.
Oh.
Learn something new every day.
Or...
I think most cantrips you can do without.
Leveled spells, even if they don't have material, they can still use or no?
Yes.
Yes, basically, the only thing you need to cast a spell is the required components.
And if it requires a material component, if
Your
the component
spell-
doesn't have a cost, you can use your spell focus to
Yeah.
replace
Right,
it.
right.
That includes like items needed for
No,
spell.
I can't do light. It requires a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It requires a firefly or phosphorus moss.
So do you attempt to do it?
No, she wouldn't,
Okay.
because she would know that it doesn't work like that. My domain is light, and prosperity and agriculture. As such, we give blessings to the land. Such is why my magic may only heal.
Yeah, you guys aren't doing so hot here.
In my general knowledge of the divine, am I aware of any gods of light, the land, and prosperity that are the same person?
That are the same person?
Yes.
You know of several of them.
That all represent those three things specifically?
Those domains, but not all that represent one. Those, like,
Yeah.
one person represents all
One
three.
god that represents all three of those.
Wasn't there like a god that was mentioned earlier in the campaign that was like another name for Lathander?
It was just,
So, roll me a religion check with advantage.
She probably would have mentioned, if it helps your roll, at some point, she would have referred to the... Oh, no, she wouldn't have referred to a god.
We didn't ask, so
You were the god.
refer.
23. Oh.
So yeah, Lathander is a good pick. He is the sun and agriculture,
Mm-hmm.
or the sunrise and agriculture. You also know of Almonitor, who was the one mentioned earlier, who is the abject god of the sun.
Okay.
But it doesn't encompass all three.
Okay. So then... So you say your lineage is descended from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Is it... Are you descended from the god of the sun? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not that familiar with the prime material plane.
In a sense.
The sun doesn't generally create people.
In a sense, I suppose.
Yeah, keep talking shit on Ross, I hear you. Mm-hmm.
And then...
I caught that.
Oh, yeah. I noticed the parallels and fuck it, I'll lean into it.
Yeah.
What god would it be that you are descendants of?
It hardly matters.
It absolutely matters.
No, it does not. I currently hold the will of heaven. And thus it is my duty to spread the light to the people of the land.
But
No, she says it differently. It's currently my duty to spread the light of the people. The light to the land.
Feel free to roll an insight if you want.
Weaver will speak up.
It's very insightful.
At that point.
I do have a passive insight of 14.
When you say it's your duty and whatnot, he will say then he will ask us why is it your duty?
21.
Because I've inherited such a duty.
Prove your claim.
I got a 21 on insight.
I just need the name of the god you descend from.
What was it? So what are you insight checking specifically?
He said you feel free to roll insight, but was that on
The duty phrase, I think?
Oh, the resentment. Okay. There's a bitter tinge to it.
I think the next thing Gabriel will ask was like, is there anything holding you to it? It does not seem to make you happy.
She just sort of stares at the table at that and just thinking. I mean, it's the natural order of things. It's if I did not, the sun would. No. If I didn't, the sun wouldn't. Are there windows in the tavern?
They're closed.
She would look towards a window and say, "The sun would not rise."
The sun already doesn't.
And she seems to almost relax at that. You're right. And the land is frozen.
Yes.
And the people wander in the dark.
And do you know why?
She takes a big deep breath.
Mm-hmm. I forget, DM. Do I know that Aurel and the Frostmaiden are the same?
Yes.
Okay.
And she
That's
just
the story anyway.
Right.
she like all of the tension seems to release.
Yeah.
And she just I really am useless now. And she looks at you.
Huh?
You would know. You claim to be an aspirant to godhood.
Yep.
You would know that many a god needs prayers. This is, I suppose, a secret. Only known by those of our blood. Only those who inherit the will. But I suppose there are no more. When each of us is born, well, we are revered as gods, of course. And the prayers of men, of a devout nation, are quite potent. This is what grants us the ability to invoke the will of heaven once in our life.
Is that how you fell out of the sun?
I believe it so. And I think I spoke my wish aloud. I fear I have unmade my country, and hers, and all that. But it cannot be, for she remembers. That is why I need, and she looks at you, that's why I need your help to figure out what happened.
Progress. It's working.
What was your wish?
So, hold on.
What? Oh.
Like, Zatash is, like, real fucking bad. Like, you can see him holding it back.
Mm-hmm.
Zatash, roll me a charisma saving throw.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
That is a 16.
Ooh,
Yeah.
You have a slight migraine.
Yeah. Yeah, you see him just, like, rub his eye for a second, and he goes, everything that's been said so far, at least coming from you, the things that we've heard, and from her, you both are, despite age, children.
She doesn't object.
I'm a fellow grandmother.
Yeah, you say that, but you act like a child. Same with you. You preach about this idea of the will of heaven, yet you cannot prove to any of us, regardless of whether or not we're mortals, some of us not, that you are a god that you so claim to be. I want to help you. More so I want to help you grow up to understand and realize that the mistake that you made, from what you say, that you committed this heinous act against her people, was all due to one boy not looking at you and looking at her. That is the act of a child.
That's hardly what happened.
I slam it on the table again.
She slams her fists. She looks ready to fight.
That's not. Stands up.
That's not what happened.
That's what it sounds like. What happened? Explain.
Well, what did happen? Let's hear it.
From what we're hearing, you got mad because someone didn't pay a little more attention to you than someone else.
Sounds to me like a spoiled little princess.
And because of that, you murdered a bunch of people.
Let's say when it starts to get heated, Beacon kind of puts his arms on the table like this, with his holy symbol kind of dangling between his hands, and there is a slight like crackle of energy just off of it.
So she says, what is it? Oh, okay. That has nothing to do with it. Here. One heretic sinned, and that required punishment. That has nothing to do with the others.
Are you sure?
Of course.
You would punish an entire people for the sins of one person?
Sounds pretty godlike to me, honestly.
What do you
I
mean?
disagree.
What do you mean an entire people? They are all sinners.
That is your perception.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make it fact. Let me tell you something here, little princess.
She will say something. What the fuck she gonna pick up? Has nothing to do with
Flat gathering time.
Oh yeah. So that has nothing to do with it. I wasn't expecting all this to come out.
Yeah, I don't think any of us were. I don't think any of us were. It's got heated real quick. We're here now.
We might finish my backstory today. That has nothing to do with it. At a later time, they came. Heretics, countless heretics. They came from the streets, yelling, marching, seeking to depose, seeking to remove the sun from the sky. But he looked alike. The heretics demanded my head. He came to me, holding my clothes. A set of mine, a set of his. He told me to leave. He told me to leave. To run. Dressed as him.
Rose, I cannot begin to understand the pain that you feel for losing a sibling. I've been alone until I met Oya.
I saw his head fall to the ground as I fled.
But let me ask you something. Do you believe that there is a correlation between the two acts? You destroying an entire people, and then the people destroying something that you cared about the most. They came after you, and your brother took the fall for it.
So what was it? Ooh. What would Rose know about heraldry?
Of what?
Heraldry. The heretics that came were clad in cloth shirts. They had nothing but pitchforks. Some. Others bore armor with a crest.
What was the crest? Was it her crest?
No. It was a perversion of ours.
A perversion of yours.
Yes. Our crest, the sun, gives light to the land. Theirs was the land with no sun. Was an accursed land with no sun. Where men stood in a circle without guidance. But I suppose if they prefer the dark.
That wasn't caused by your people. What I'm saying is that I believe that your brother died because of your personal selfishness. That's just my take on everything that's here. It could be wrong. But what I want for you, despite whether or not you trust me or not, because honestly I could give two fucks. I want you to grow up. You believe that you're some all-powerful being, but you are a child.
As soon as you say all-powerful being, not anymore. Not anymore. And for the first time, she looks defeated. That fire that's always been burning is gone. And the gold begins to fade from her hair. And that picturesque manner about her begins to fade. Maybe you're right. Just a child.
River will raise a hand to you, try to like, can you just stop for a second? And he'll look to you, Rose. And he will say, it seems as though these heretics were the very same people that you once had a duty to, and they rejected you. So there is that. So you no longer have any duty to them, or any duty to them. And he'll continue. It seems as though your brother saved your life. He took your place so that you may live.
A mistake.
I do not think that is how a sibling's love is.
It doesn't have to be a mistake.
I think he wanted you to live so that you could find your own life. You could make your own life.
The moment you say it doesn't have to be a mistake, the sort of fading stops and almost begins to reverse.
Live for something better. Don't try and get revenge.
My great-grandmother. My great-grandmother, indeed. And she will look at you. Fine. If I am a child, then teach me to grow up. If I am a child, it doesn't matter. Though those of our bloodline may only invoke a single miracle in our life, and that is with it, and even that is contingent on the prayers of the people. So even were I to have a child, they could not invoke heaven's will. Our power is, it is within us, a part of us. It can be strengthened, worked out, I suppose.
There it is.
It is said my grandmother was known for bringing people back from the dead, even without her miracle. So I will grow. I will grow as much as I have to. I may not be able to prove that I am a god, but mayhap, in time, I will... No. I don't want to be a god. I just want my brother back.
Let's work towards that, little sister.
And she starts crying again. But no hatred, no anger, not even defeat, just relief.
Okay. I think it's enough with her. This one, on the other hand.
I didn't have to say a word. She kind of did it herself.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I would like to start this part of the conversation with an apology as a person, an individual, and not as the mediator of this.
My nose gets ever higher.
You can put that down. You're definitely still in the wrong here to some degree. But knowing the full story, I can understand your actions earlier.
Well, she lost a family member. I lost a nation.
Well,
she also lost a nation.
A nation. What are you doing? Oh, I thought you were doing like a little bit of like a little whip.
Keeps me.
Okay.
A nation of what? A nation of what?
I already forgot what I was gonna say.
A nation of racists.
And River will also say it is as I said. You are equal in this regard.
Fuck's attached to a pizza.
Oh,
fuck. You got pizza in Bremen?
Yeah, bro, it's just fish.
Fish and snow.
Yeah.
No dough, no crust, no sauce.
No,
It's
just
crunchy
fish.
fish dough
I'm gonna check
with
something.
fish sauce.
No, they just call fish pizza.
God damn. No one's
Hammered into a circle.
No, not even.
It's uncooked fish.
I think this motherfucker just took my Mountain Dew.
Find them.
No.
Yeah.
humble pie. So. No. As you're saying, She lost the nation too, and like we're equal.
In that regard.
Mm.
So in that way.
Yeah. No. I was clearly the aggressor. Whether that was just or not is irrelevant.
Nose gets a little higher.
Put your nose down or I'll make it go down.
Your head goes down, but your nose stays up.
So,
It just moves.
That's another trick I have other than bleeding.
You're getting out.
So,
That's up here.
now that we have aired that out and we understand what the situation is, I'm just gonna be 110% fucking frank. You need to learn how to talk to people. The way that you speak as if you are all high and mighty to a bunch of people that could care less or you don't even know about your royalty status isn't proper. And I understand you've been trying to fly under the radar. I'm just trying to be simple and forthcoming with you. I want to like you, I really do. And I don't really like anybody. But you are not scratching the right parts for that.
So what do you want from me? I'd rather not be disliked by the people I'm with.
Learn how to be a people person. Talk to people like you have some goddamn respect. As if people were talking to you.
Both of you keep this in mind. Are you really an empress? And he glances at you. And then Beak will look over at you. Or a princess if your kingdom doesn't exist anymore. Or are you just as much of a regular person as anybody else in this room?
She actually thinks about that for a while.
Smiling, Rose almost immediately says, I guess of course not.
And hearing that, it even makes her think even harder. And goes...
And you can definitely hear the relief in Rose's voice.
Yeah. She goes...
Just crumping? What's happening?
I'm crump with you as attached.
Oh no!
No.
March!
It's core. No. She says... Then I guess I'm just the witch of Ithram.
Works for me.
As long as you guys stop talking about having power and being a bitch, I think I'm good.
Yeah, we need to move forward if we're going to continue working together. So, squash the beef. Squash the fish, I guess, because there's no beef here. This country sucks.
Dude, it's so terrible. I've eaten fish for like 26 years of my life.
I've never had fish.
You're not missing much.
I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk over to Rose. Not aggressive at all.
And yeah,
Still got a hand on my
it's
holy
fine.
symbol just in case.
Rose stands up as you approach.
Where's she meet?
I'm doing the pocket.
She's 5'6".
An adult looking at a child.
Okay.
Now they're scared.
She says, it seems we both have lost something important. And you are searching for a way to grow up, and I am searching for someone who has taught me how. Let's call it even. Let's call it even. For both of our sakes.
She will. What do you hold out your hand or anything?
Yeah, I'll
Fucking over here making blood packs.
Yeah, that's what she does.
She will look away and she'll start shaking a little bit and shake your hand.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so we're good then. Everybody's fine.
Hands in the middle.
And now we wrestle!
Take it outside!
Go, women, go!
No. You and Ivory can go wrestle outside.
Oh, they're done?
They're done. It's over. It's taken care of.
Wait. You did a thing. Oh fuck, no, you did the blood thing with your hand. Oh fuck.
Yep.
Oh fuck, no, that changed shit. That fucking changed.
Oh no.
No, did I reverse it?
Back it up.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, blood. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she'll.
It doesn't hurt you. It won't hurt you.
Yeah, but it's weird.
It is a weird thing to do.
From a weird
I
place.
think she is
apparently.
uncomfortable.
It is incredibly weird.
Can you just do a normal handshake?
Yeah,
Fine.
just do a normal one.
She turns to leave and she says, fine.
Okay. Hey.
Do
And walks off.
you want your thing?
Oh. And Yeah, she'll. Would she? Yep, she goes. She would go. Yeah. Yes, please. Oh, no. Don't fucking say please yet. Yes.
And unties off his belt. All right, here you go. Don't be using it in here.
What do you give her?
Or
Spell focus.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, no arguing, no more backhanded comments from either of you. We're going to work as a team as well as we fucking can with this fucking group. We're all a little bit unhinged, but I believe that we can get things done if we really need to. We can get all your goals accomplished if we work together. Does that make sense? Does that work for you too?
Yeah. It does.
Okay. And I will walk over to Rose and I will hand you your gold back.
But this may not deal us off.
No, but I will still help you find your brother. I don't need payment for that.
Yeah, she accepts the gold.
Okay. So, DM, we're at like 3 hours.
Yeah, want to take a break?
That's the perfect time as any.
All right.
Goddamn.
All right, we're gonna go fill our bellies and eat snackies. We'll be back in a bit.
Holy shit!
Thank you.
Hey!